time. Can you guys hear me? I believe I was muted the whole time. So I'm going to have to start over. Me and this mute button is crazy. So what I was saying, let me know if you guys can hear me. Toss some ones in the chat for me, please. I don't know if you guys have heard of the story in Riverside of a young African-American young lady at a Costco, and she was with a white family. She was the only Black child in this family. And the young lady that I'm going to have come on today, if we can get this straightened out, she's going to tell you from her eyes what she's seen and why she felt the need to report it. What me and her talked about this morning was that little girl was at a table with the family. She was the only one that didn't have anything to eat, anything to drink, nothing in front of her. And she just was sitting there with like her head down. And so if I'm correct, I believe she asked her, "Are you hungry?" And the little girl first said no, but she heard her asking the parents for food. And supposedly the family was saying that she can't eat because she's sick. She can't drink because she's sick. Hi, Tracy. How are you? Tracy says, "I hear you. And yes, I've heard about her." Yes. So it really like touched me to see when I seen the video. So I got in contact with the young lady that, was trying to spread awareness. And she's just dealing with like a lot of difficulties. I seen on the news that this story was a lie, it was made up, and things like that. And it's like when you look at this video, it clearly looks like she's being mistreated or she's upset at something. Something's bothering her. And I believe I'm going to see if I can pull up and show you guys my screen of, what I saw on the video. And hopefully I do this correctly. Let me find it first. And that way we can go from there. And I'm going to show you guys the video. You tell me your thoughts on what's going on. So let me bring that up right now. Let's see. Yes. And ever since this young lady said something about this, she's been getting nothing but harassment from the police. They're bringing up things from years ago, anything to stop her and to silence her. And you know what? They always tell us, if you see something, say something. Now she's seen something and she's saying something, and now they want her to be quiet. So should we see something and not say anything? I'm trying to find this video. There's a lot on this page. There we go. So I'm going to bring this whole thing up. I don't want to bring up the entire thing, but I want. Okay, so I'm going to start that at the beginning. Let me jump back to you guys. Okay, so I think you are. No one knew that I was coming on today, but they'll pop in or catch the replay. So let's see. Let me try to do the screen share that I did the other day. And this is going to be the video that everyone is talking about and is trying to, bring awareness to it. Hi, Linda. How are you? So I don't know if I should hold on a second because I know a lot of people did not know I was going live today. Because I said, there's a lot of things I'm doing with my son. He starts kindergarten tomorrow. But I felt like this story needs to be told. And so I'm going to tell it. So I'll just have it's sharing my screen right now. Linda, have you heard of the story of the young lady that was in the Costco with her adoptive parents? And this is all going from what the young lady has said. The video speaks for itself. Um, Linda, yes, I'm okay. Oh, actually, today I got in another car accident. Getting off the freeway, you know how you have to yield before you like turn right? So I'm getting off the freeway. I come to a stop. I look towards my left, make sure no cars are coming. By the time I look towards my right, boom, a car hits me in the back. And she's just like, I'm like, get out of the car. Like, what's going on? She's like, I'm sorry, I wasn't paying attention. I'm like, you're getting off the freeway and you're not paying attention? Anyway, we exchanged information and things like that. But nevertheless, it has to be me, right? So second car accident, being hit from behind. I don't know what's going on out here. But I'm gonna go hop onto the Facebook, and I'm going to share that video with you guys. I'm going to share a couple of the videos because I'm waiting for her to contact me. She just ran into the store really quickly, and so I told her, go ahead, do what you got to do. Wait for some people to pop in anyway so that they can hear her story. Not only what she witnessed, but what she's dealing with now and the aftermath. Like, she's afraid. She's like staying in her house because they're telling her, you need to be quiet, don't say anything. Now this area is close, in the same area, not too far from where the Cal City boys has gone missing, and they're telling her to be quiet about it. A lot of trafficking goes on over there. And there's another little boy I want to bring up as well, where he tried to speak out. He was in a family predominantly white, and that family ended up killing all of the African American children that they adopted. So it's like, we don't want to see this happen again. Tracy N says, oh no, glad you're okay. Yes, I'm going to have to go to a chiropractor because it's like one after next. I felt myself tense up and I'm like, again. But yeah, so me and her are this morning, and she's just like, she's like telling me everything, telling me everything. I'm like, hey, you need to get this out there. You need to say something, because if you, she's afraid. She's like, I think if I keep talking, that something's going to happen to me and no one's going to be able to, save her. I'm like, no, we don't want that to happen. You need to speak up, say what's going on so that there is a log of what's going on, and they can't just harass you just because you're trying to help out a little girl. She's telling me they are not even looking into it at all. They asked her, are you okay? The little girl, of course, in front of the parents, she's like, oh yeah, whatever. But you can clearly see, you see the way the other children are dressed, and then you look at her. Something's not right here. So we're gonna just go ahead and hop into the video so that you guys can see it. Give me a second here. All right, so I'm going to play the video. So that's the short clip that she took while she was in there. She took a few clips. And so by saying that, what do you guys think about that video? By just seeing that part, or would you like to see it again? Because I can play it again if you want to see it again. Just by that, do you see how her head is down? She doesn't want to say anything. And the young lady that I spoke with this morning, Angelica, said that, I guess when she was asking her, like, are you hungry? Are you okay? Are you, things like that, that they were kind of like bumping her under the table so that she either giving her the hint, like, don't say anything, or I don't know. I don't want to speak on it because I wasn't there, and that's why I would rather her tell you. So I'm gonna play it one more time, and you guys tell me what you guys think of it. So let me go ahead, share my screen with you guys. Were you guys able to hear me and also see that? I just want to make sure that everyone can hear and see what I'm sharing for you guys. So we're gonna play that once again from the beginning. You guys tell me, look at the young lady in the back, the only African American child there. So yeah, and do you guys see this man right here? Supposedly that's the dad, and he's the one who was kicking her underneath the table. He was like kicking her as the girl was talking to her, asking her, are you hungry? Are you okay? And things like that. He was kicking her. So to me, that kind of says it right there. Hi, you new. How are you? Thanks for jumping in. Linda says, you didn't have any sound on your end? Okay, so were you guys able to hear this second time? Because if not, I'm going to have to fix it so that you can't hear it. Were you guys able to hear and see what was going on? The video that you just showed, does it have sound? Yes, the video has sound. Were you not? Linda, let me know. Because if you were not able to hear it, I need to fix some settings on here so that you are able to hear it. So you weren't able to see or hear it? Let's try this again. Okay, share screen, share audio. Let me see when I go to window. Okay. Okay, we're gonna do entire screen and we'll do that. And let's see if this works. Okay, so you guys let me know if this works. First, can you guys hear me? If you guys can hear me, let me know so I can make sure you guys can hear and see this. Make sure I'm sharing my screen. Yes, I am. Here we go. We'll start from the beginning.
To this family, they're not feeding their adopted child. She's crying. They're being racist towards their daughter. You guys we need to expose these people, this family. Look at her. She looks hungry. And they're making her say that she's not hungry. And these people are disowning her, and they're probably using her as a slave like they were back in the day. So yes, the sheriffs are on the way. I called the cops because yes, I'm a Catholic ass person and I'm not about to watch this go by. That is very rude and very disgusting of these people. And yes.
Okay. So hopefully you guys were able to hear it that time. So were you guys able to hear it that time around? Because I pressed share audio, but I don't know. Were you guys able to hear? Hello? Hold on. Let me check with her for a second. Give me a second. Yes. So I'm gonna put, when you get on there, just put that in and press enter. Let me see. I don't know how would I send you that. How did you spell it? Space. Yeah, space and then CHYNA. I'm going to send you the, what is it called? I'm going to click, how do I do this? Like, so I'm going to send you the link. Uh-oh. What'd you say? Okay, when you click on that link that I just sent you, right? When you click on that, you're going to go to, you'll see that pop up. Do you see that picture? It says Naomi China D. Click on that. And then find the one that says special guest. Do you see it now? You should see me. I have orange on. Yeah, when you go on the page, huh? Yeah, I'm going to send the link and then, hold on, let me try to copy this. Copy it. That way you're going to click on the link that I'm going to put in the box. Let me do something really quick. Huh? No, it's going to be live. It's going to be live. So give me 1 second. Let me see. That's why I was trying to call you earlier, so that way you would already be set up with it. That's why. But you were in the store, so it's all good. It's all good. Don't worry about it. I just want to get you in the room. So, okay. trying to figure out a way to. Everybody can hear me. Did you see the link that popped up? Okay, so click on that. Hey, everyone. We're just waiting for Angelica to come into the room. So it's harder for me to explain to you guys because I wasn't there, but you can clearly see it in the video. So I would rather her. Charlie says, please tell us where this story is and what happened. So this happened in Riverside at a Costco. There was a young lady in the Costco, and she's seen that there was a young African-American girl with a predominantly white family and that she was being mistreated. So she's going to come on here and she's going to explain it to you guys. I will play the video for you guys one more time before she starts to explain. What did you click on, Liv? Oh, yeah, click. Okay, you can. I get it. Okay, so just get off the phone with me right now. And then if you need to, I'm going to text you my number because you have to get off a messenger to do that. So, all right, go ahead and click on it. Okay, bye. Okay, guys, so we're trying to figure this out. So, what'd you say? Oh, she's going to do it right now. But I think she's still talking. Hold on. What'd you say? Oh, okay. Right. So I'm going to hang up with you and then go ahead and click the link and follow the instructions. And then I should be able to see you in the back. Okay? Okay, bye. Thank you. Bye. Okay, so yeah. So this is Angelica, the one that, you know, the news is saying is making it up and they're saying this is not true. She's like, I clearly see what I've seen. Okay, she's backstage. News and shenanigans. Okay, you got Angelica for an interview. Yes, yes, yes. So let me let her in right now. Hello, hear me? I don't know if she can hear me. Hello? I don't know if she can hear me. You have to unmute your mic, love. Let's see. Uh-oh, what just happened? I don't know if she has her mic on or not. I'm gonna send her my phone number. calling me. Hold on. Hello? You have to, you know what it is you have to, Angelica, you have to click the button so you won't, so you'll unshare, I mean, not unshare, unmute yourself because you were muted. Okay, so when I get off the phone with you, press that, just the one with the microphone, and then we should be able to hear you. Because if you're on Messenger, it's not going. Okay, you popped up on my screen again. So I'm gonna hang up with you, give it a few seconds, and then press unmute so we can hear you. Okay. Okay. Bye. Okay, bear with her, guys. She said she doesn't really know, how to do this because it's not working for her. So I told her to give it a second and press unmute. I'm gonna bring her back on the screen, and we'll see once we hear her start talking. So yeah, guys, this is Angelica from the news that saying, the kid is okay, she's fine, she's not hurt. So in the meantime, I'm just going to play the video one more time for the ones that came in later so that you guys can see it. Oh wait, she's coming in twice, so hold on. See if her other one works. Hold on, guys. Hello? Can you hear me? I don't know what's going on. Let me see. Let me remove one of them. I'm just gonna do it this way. We'll hear her talk, rather. It's okay. It's okay. We'll just do it by your voice. Let me make sure everybody can hear you. Okay. And then we'll figure it out later on, and then we can do another live later so you can explain more. So right now I have Angelica on the phone, guys. On the phone. So you guys know she's not a made-up person. This is Angelica. And so I'm going to play the video first for those that did not see it, and then I'm going to have her explain. Okay? So give me a second. Let me show you guys the video. Oops. Okay, so
This family, they're not feeding their adopted child. She's crying. They're being racist towards their daughter. You guys we need to expose these people. This family, look at her. She looks hungry. And they're making her say that she's not hungry. And these people are disowning her, and they're probably using her as a slave like they were back in the day. So yes, the sheriffs are on the way. I called the cops because yes, I'm a Catholic-ass person, and I'm not about to watch this go by. That is very rude and very disgusting of these people. And yes.
Okay, so there's the main video. I am going to play the other two. I might as well let you guys see it. So this is as, they're walking out. That's them walking out. He's like walking her out. And then here's them trying to hurry up and leave. So she gets them as they're leaving. So yes. So when she starts recording, they start picking up their stuff. They start trying to leave. But when she was asking, are you okay? The dad, I guess, is like kind of like nudging her, like, no. So I'm gonna let her tell you guys the story. So Angelica, can you tell us what happened that day?
Can you guys hear me okay?
Hold on, let me make sure they can hear you. If you guys can hear her, please put a 1 in the chats. Can you guys hear her? Please put a 1 in the chat if you guys can. It has like a 10-second delay, so I have to wait like a little bit, and they'll tell me.
Okay, perfect.
But yeah, you don't need a computer, but I'll explain how to do it to you next time. Okay, so they can hear you. So go ahead and tell them what happened.
Okay, so basically I was never paying attention to the family at first. It was never my acknowledgement to just, oh, hey, I see a family with, a different color, race, daughter. It was never my intentions like that. What caught my attention was when I had sat my kids down to eat their hot dog, I had ordered a pizza that wasn't ready. Once we sat down, my mom had told me to go check up on her pizza. There was a guy who was sitting next to us on the bench where the family was sitting at. Before they sat there, he was there. And as I went to go grab my pizza, I came back. I noticed he was actually standing and just staring at the bench he was sitting at with the family that's sitting there now, currently sitting there. I thought, based on judgment, wrong with me, that he was, a pedophile, because there's a lot of guys who are just like that nowadays. You just don't know. I just wanted to see what he was looking at, and I started looking at the family as well, and just started noticing what was happening and why he was looking. We were both noticing that the little girl was crying already prior, while the rest of the family were enjoying their meal. I noticed that was really wrong. So I started furthering looking. Instead of like opening my box of pizza and eating, I just started looking and noticing that it was wrong, that she's the only one that's not being fed. Everybody else is having a good conversation. They're getting along together. They're smile, no food, no water, no anything, nothing. So I ended up just approaching the family because I felt that was like wrong, and I asked them, I was like, are you guys going to just neglect her, or are you guys going to offer her some food? They responded with, she's sick and she's not allowed to eat, which didn't make any type of sense, because in my understanding, if I'm a mother, regardless of my kids sick or not, they're going to be involved with the meal just as much as the other rest of the family members. Because if later on they feel better, well, then they have a meal right there already waiting. Or if she's sick, well, guess what? I'm going to get her water to hydrate her. Just something as a mother instinct, and if there's a father, well, then a father instinct as well. It's a parent's role to not just exclude one of the kids because they deny food. Like, it just doesn't work that way. So I didn't find that okay. I didn't stand for it. I asked the little girl myself if she was hungry. She told me no. I asked her 3 more times. She told me no. One more time I asked her, because I felt like she was scared to just tell me. And that's when I told her, I'm going to call the cops because I feel like something's already wrong. Like, something was already wrong since the beginning. I told her I would protect her and get the cops involved if she was, to tell me and look at me in the eye directly and tell me she's not hungry. She never once hesitated once I told her those words. She looked up in front of the family. The family's all right there. Nobody got up. They were there listening. She said that, yes, that she was hungry, but if she were to eat, they would hurt her as they got home and rape her. That, to me, was a big red flag. I started calling the cops, telling them, hey, this is what's going on. This is what the little girl told me. There's something going on that I don't know, but I would appreciate if you guys come quickly, to see if she's okay. Because that was wrong. Like, just that kind of answer, you would just want the cops to be there right away, to ask if she's okay. Long story short, the father ended up getting upset and telling me that I needed to, just mind my business. That's their they didn't refer her as a daughter. They said she's ours and she's sick and isn't allowed to eat. The mother got mad. They started getting up. She started saying, I don't know why you guys would even answer her. Like, just so upset. And then that's when the father got up, because I was a witness. It was funny because in the video, he's not talking to me. He's talking to the man next to me, who was actually standing up and noticing what was going on as well. He starts to explaining to him, it's just sick, doesn't want to eat. And the guy was like, no, bro, no, like, I don't stand for that. I have kids of my own. I just wouldn't know, involved in it with the meal. And so they started getting in a rush to leave. The guy said, we need to hurry up and leave. We could finish our meal in the vehicle as we get home. But we need to leave because she called the cops. To me, that didn't sit right either. I started recording them because of how quick they were. Like, they were just getting up and going. Barely even took a few bites into their meal, and they're already getting up to leave because I called the cops. Like, what would be a good thing was to wait till the cops got there to show you're not guilty and let's go to the police to say, hey, if she's okay or not. Instead of just fleeing to the state.
Wait, hold on. Wait.
Like,
Angelica,
none of it makes sense. Yes.
You're sounding a little bit muffled. I don't know if right now you just put something like up to your mouth. I don't know. I couldn't really understand you. Go ahead.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can.
Okay. Where did I sound messed up so I can continue forth from there?
You were talking about when they were leaving and they said they could finish the meal in the car.
So as they were leaving, they were just, in a rush to leave. They never finished their meal. They were only a few bites in. They were just more in a rush to leave because I called the cops. And to me, if you're not guilty, why not let her wait? Why not wait until the cops got there to let her speak and say otherwise and make my allegations, wrong? Instead, they fled to their state, the state of Arizona. I didn't understand any of it. Like, none of it was making sense. Like, like, if you're not guilty, you'd stay. We would have a proper conversation with the sheriff, and things would have been fine. Instead, they fled to their seat. Once they got to their state, once they were leaving, I started recording because it just didn't seem right how he was not letting her go. He started, then holding on to her. Because I also told him, she's not going with you. She's going to stay until the sheriff's are here. And that's when he told me, are you the cops? And I said, cops are not. Let her speak. Let her be the one to say she's okay. Right. Let her give us that clarification to know she's okay. And if not, well, then your fault. You're a guilty person. And so they didn't. They actually left. They fled the scene before the two sheriff got there. And they never got to speak to the family. They never found the family. They didn't, never heard of the family until the next few days. And so,
oh wait, they were able to get.
Yeah,
they were able to get a hold of the family. How? They were able to get a hold of the family. How? You got the license plate?
No.
How did they?
The license plate. To be honest, they never told me how they got a hold. I don't even know how they got a hold of the family. I know that the license plate was to one of. I don't know if a family member, but it was to someone that they knew in Hammond. They returned that vehicle and they all left together. I don't know, in one vehicle back home. I don't know any of that. I just know that it led to somebody they know in Hammond.
Okay, so did they say? Go ahead, continue. Continue.
So yeah, they ended up fleeing to their state. I ended up getting a call later that night. They never took a proper statement. There was two officers. One of them fled to the field, which is to go looking for that van, and the other one was just taking whatever the witness said, other than what I was saying, because he kept 21 questioning me. I kept repeating myself, saying, "I don't know if she's being abused or raped, but I do know she was being neglected in front of me because she told me she was hungry, but they're not feeding her." So that's something I do know. The allegations told are the abuse and the rape. We don't know if that's occurring, and that's their job to investigate. So I can't do their job and say, hey, that's really happening, when that's their job to let us know she's okay, which we haven't got that clarification yet.
Right.
So the Asian B-Tongue sheriff, he never got a proper statement from me. He never took a proper report. Later on that night, I spoke to an investigator named Torres. She's the one claiming I made false statements. She's lying. She's trying to cover their butts because, how I put it out there the other day, that it's the state of California to investigate, which they failed to do because the incident occurred in our state. But because they failed to, catch him in the scene and act, and, they could have got them to come back over here to get that investigation going, but they didn't. They failed and left it in the hands of Arizona, where I believe where people keep saying they have connections. I don't know if that's true, but they're just allegations. So no later than less than 24 hours, I was told that they located the family and that they're a safe, happy family home. And that, that was all I got. That's the only information I got. I didn't stand for it. They tried to ask me to edit my post because at first they asked me to take it down, and I said no. Because that's what she told me, and those allegations she told me. So it's different. Right. And so, okay, thank you. And so I ended up editing it where they said how find Molly because they said they located her. So they asked me to just edit that part, which I did.
Mm-hmm. So they told you to change it from. They told you to change it from help find Molly to just save Molly.
No, not to save Molly. They never said to add anything or anything. They just said if I could just edit that part that we found her, that they located her. Instead of saying let's help find her, they just told me to edit the part where it says that help find her because she was already found and located. So they didn't need that to be exposed, Okay. So I decided to just edit that part, in which I did. I edited it. And that's when I gave an update saying they found a family, and I didn't stand for what they were saying about being a happy family home because the investigator had told me she was going to give me some kind of clarification because I was the only one who made that call that day. I was the only one who made the report that day, and so therefore she was supposed to give me that information to let me know as the person who called that she was okay.
Wait, they're saying they're saying in the chat that you sound muffled.
Okay, can you hear me?
I can hear you, but it's a little bit like, I don't know. Are you on speakerphone?
Yeah, I'm on speakerphone.
Can you take it off of speakerphone so it'll be more clear?
Okay. Okay, so they said, where was I
at? You spoke to the officer.
Asked me to edit it, edit that part because, they found her. To me, what I don't understand was they were supposed to give me that information that she was okay, that clarification. They told me they were going to provide me with photos to tell me that she's okay because I noticed her knees had markings.
Her knees?
There was other markings on her body, where they never justify or clarify it or provide me with evidence that she's okay. They just said the case was closed. What happened?
No, I'm listening.
Yeah, I'll tell you right now. Hold on.
Oh, okay.
I'm sorry, it's because my fiance made me some food. He wants me to try it.
Oh, okay.
So, long story short, they never provided me with no type of evidence. They never gave any of us, just me in general, and just for the world in general, because we're the ones pressing the issue. They never gave us that clarification. There's not one video or one footage or one body image of them saying or showing us that she's okay. So, that's what's running behind our minds. What's running behind our minds is why have they fled the scene before, the police officers got there? Why was she exposed? If she's sick, why was she being exposed with no mask? And if she had a stomach ache, why were they not, giving her some type of water, buying her a meal for later during the ride? Just, anything, just questions that we have that have never been answered. They're obvious questions.
So wait, she had nothing in front of her, no food, no drink, nothing.
Nothing. We had nothing. I don't have no proof. I don't have nothing. They don't have evidence that what I'm saying is not true, and they want to say and okay. So when they do an investigation, it has to be throughout the week and not on the weekend. Those are not business hours. Those are no hours at all for work. So they closed the case throughout non-business hours, less than 24 hours, saying the allegations weren't true. Because of that and no clarification like they promised me, they were scared because I told them, I had told them on the phone that I was going to sue them because, now they said and put it out there on internet that my allegations were incredible. But where is the evidence that they're supposed to provide for us to say that that's not true, to prove that I'm lying? There's nothing to say, hey, Angelica's lying. It's just their word against my word. So they have no evidence to state that she's okay. We have nothing to know she's okay. It's just their word against my word. So, people believe what they want to believe. At the end of the day, it's the obvious facts. That little girl was not happy. She was being neglected. The allegations told her she's being abused and raped. We need to know if she's okay. Well, we don't have that clarification. And they ended up later on After I've been telling everyone and exposing it, that I was being watched by sheriffs, that I was being stalked by sheriffs, harassed by sheriffs, because they're all fake accounts where they're telling me, I'm going to find you if you don't take this down. Those are not going to be human beings. So when people say we're going to find you, only the people who are more up in hand, like the sheriff's department, can say something like that. So to me, my allegations were to think that it's them that are, harassing me through messages. And then I have pictures and broken windows and everything to prove to you guys that this whole past week has just been a living hell for me. Because of them, due to them, and due to other famous YouTubers who just make fake allegations against me and have their subscribers try to spy on me and investigate me, which is totally fine. I had a clean record, but now they have me as I went to jail for what? False information to a police officer, but the warrant was for a traffic. They put two things to just try to get me into one position where they can to arrest me. I mean, it makes no sense to say take me with just a ticket, but take me to jail and never read me my rights. I was never read my rights. So that's a case dropped right there. I'm never being told, okay, your rights are you got the right, none of that. None of that was said. It was just saying, you're under arrested for a warning. That was it. That was it. I fought back. I hesitated a little bit because I was trying to get my brother's attention to say, hey, record this. Look what's happening,
Mm-hmm.
So
is it cool?
It was just like they sent me to tell me, hey, we're going to provide you with the protection custody because we heard that things are going on. It was an officer that played the part saying he's against his own people in his sheriff department, which I felt comfortable because, I just wouldn't believe he would say things like that in front of them. But they actually did to play a part and get me arrested. It was all an act. It was no later than 2 minutes in where then I'm already being arrested speaking about a protection order and I'm arrested. With no saying they don't give me my rights. They never told me my rights. They just arrested me, took me to Indio jail, and that was it. Citated me. And then when I was in there, there's witnesses to when I was in there, my punishment was not being fed, not provided with any type of water, and to be held with no socks as a pregnant woman.
What?
So you're telling me you're going to not feed me and my child, you're going to have me get sick for not providing me with any type of socks or anything. I'm smart. I'm not stupid. I'm not just going to let myself get sick. So I wrap my foot up with some toilet paper, so right. I wouldn't get myself sick because that's what I'm trying to prevent it spreading. And then, they didn't give me no water. So that was a punishment that they said that tourists in the sheriff's department of Riverside County Sheriff's Department told them to do to me behind cells.
Right.
If they can easily do that, they can easily take me out and kill me and do what they please and then try to use a cover up and say, hey, she did that to herself. She harmed herself behind cells. There's no way I would ever harm myself because I have kids looking up to me to come home and provide for them and take care of them. So there's no way I'm going to harm myself if that ever comes to a case. I'm just letting you guys know the government's going to do anything to try to cover and save their asses. So, that, and then use a traffic ticket as a warrant to arrest me for false information. How the hell, they're just trying to do anything to mess with me. Anything. And let me tell you, there was never a warrant at that moment. They updated it at 10 p.m., but I have screenshots from the morning when they arrested me. My fiance dug into it, and they said that there was never a warrant for my arrest coming from the jail saying that, there was never a warrant. It shows here there's never a warrant. They gave him the page to look on. Never shows a warrant. Now, when you go on, and it was updated last night at 10 p.m., there was a warrant for a traffic ticket that they're trying to get me for 4 months ago that I done payments on. So there's no way that can just, okay, let me just go arrest her for not showing up to court. It's okay because I'm doing the payments for it already. So regardless of whatever, it's being handled. It's being taken care of. So there's no way they can just use a traffic ticket to put out a warrant and then use that to give me a citation to say, hey, I gave false information to a police. Where is that covering? Where is there evidence to cover that theory? Where's the evidence to say that I'm lying about it? Where's Molly to speak up for herself, to prove to us and give us that clarification? We don't have none of that. We don't have nothing to state that she's okay. Just their word against my word.
Right.
And a lot of questions that are pretty obvious aren't even being answered. Why did they leave? Why did they not let her speak to the sheriff before they left to their state? Because I believe in the state of Arizona, when you're Mormons, you have connections with each other.
Yeah.
But we're in the state of California where, they probably don't have as much connections. So we don't even know, what's like going on. We just know that it's their word against my word. And they're trying to scare me. They've done the most already. I have a broken window at home that hasn't been fixed. Like it's a lot. Like,
wait, so the broken window. Hold on a second. So the broken window was done after this situation?
After the whole situation, it was probably a day. It was a night after, yes. It was a night after. And then at 3:40 p.m., look at my report. I made a report number on that too, where somebody's banging on my door at 3:40 a.m. As I'm worried sick, I'm barely falling asleep because my daughter, I sleep with them in the room. We all sleep together as a family, I stayed in the living room because I just wanted to be safe for myself. I wanted to be out on the lookout. I'm like half falling asleep, and I just hear boom, 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 boom. Somebody banging on my door. We don't know who, because once the officers got here and arrived, nobody was there. Gone. Completely gone. So there's a report for that. There's a report for my broken window. I have a minute-long video that I can send you right now that you are able to expose, because I'm giving you that consent, where I'm literally like, okay, so I had my aunt with me the other night. We went to get Del Taco. She was the one who noticed a white Corolla following us. I didn't want to pay no mind to it because I felt safe in the hands of my cousins, where we're all together. We just left for a quick moment to come back and get some food. As we pulled up, whenever my cousins came, got their food, they went inside. My aunt was the one who noticed that the car was behind us, was driving slowly and parks down the street. She's the one who's recommending for me to pull out, test it, and then drive off to see if they end up flipping it to get behind us. That's exactly what they did. A Corolla, a white 2008, 2009 model, with a man who has security guard glasses in the middle of the night at 12, 1 in the morning, with glasses on, security glasses on, where it looks like a Spy Kids glasses, with Texas plates, following me all the way down the street. And I took 2 videos to show you guys that this is not no false information. This is literally what's going on in today's society. When a person speaks up about the government, or when somebody's trying to end sex trafficking, imagine how many people go missing and die because they speak the truth. It happens. It happens.
Let me tell you
to stop their intervention, whatever they got going on. That's why, what's her name, the wife, if you look on her profile, she's involved with the Underground Railroad, whatever the heck it's called. And I believe that they said that that's sex trafficking. She has that as her profile picture on Facebook.
What?
And if you go on That's So Bold, you can see that they're exposing all of that she's a part and involved with the railroad underground trail tracks where they do sex trafficking. The adoption clinic that they said they got Molly from in Idaho, and all these other places they claim that they have paperwork at, all claim that there's no paperwork, that they don't have them in the system. That what they're saying is false because there's no paperwork to prove she was being adopted. Also, one question that I have to ask for the world is, why is she the only one being homeschooled and the rest of the kids get to be exposed and make friends and have a regular life at school, and she's the only one who doesn't get to have that kind of experience because she's homeschooled?
Wow. Okay.
It's just none of it makes sense. None of it makes sense, and they want me to silence myself. They want me to say, hey, we got you, we arrested you, now I hope you're scared. No, nothing fears me more than the man above, because he's the one that can give us that last judgment. And all these other fucking government people, they can try to scare me. That's from my belief. And this attorney named AAA that I spoke to with That's So Bold, she was the one who, enlightened me with the truth and my rights and how I should be suing them. And that's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to sue them because I was never told my rights at all when they arrested me.
They never read you your Miranda rights?
I'm sorry, was that?
I said they never read you your Miranda rights.
Yep, they never read me my rights. Not once. And that's why I want the body cam footage. Because I know for a fact they got to have that body cam footage.
Right.
Just, we arrested somebody, have footage. Yeah, because you guys are guilty. You guys are guilty. Never read me my rights, but I know inside when you're in the back seat, there's also a camera right there too, watching you as you're in the back seat.
I have a question.
So
Wait.
There's a camera I physically saw with my own eyes where it could have been recorded right there too. If they could try to claim, oh, we had no body cam footage, okay, well then you could say that, but there's a camera right there in the back seat.
Right. So is it okay if I show the video that you sent me earlier? And what other video did you want to send me? The 1 minute video you were talking about?
The one where I'm being arrested?
I believe, didn't you send that to me on Facebook? Or no?
Let me see. I sent it. I don't know which ones I sent. I sent a few.
Yeah, you sent a few.
Is it the one with the blue Mustang? Let me see.
Hold on, let me see.
But I have the one where I'm being arrested and I'm screaming.
You could just send them both. You could just send them both over to me. Let me see. Is it the blue? Yeah, there's a blue car in the background. The blue Mustang.
Yeah. That's the time when I'm screaming, trying to get him to, because he didn't think anything. We did not think anything in that moment in time. Mm-hmm. We didn't think anything. We thought that we were really going to go over there to get a protection custody order. Turns out it was a setup to just arrest me.
Oh, wait, you were getting what kind of order?
A protection order. That's what they were trying to tell me. Hey, we want to help you. As I'm barely 2 minutes in, listen to 2 minutes in, speaking up so quick. They both come out. 2 white shirts. One of their one's named Nielsen. The other one I forgot his name. But it was a white woman and a white man. They were the ones who told me I was being under arrested because they had a warrant out for my arrest. Never once told me my rights. I kept asking them, what warrant? What warrant? I've done nothing wrong. Like, what warrant? I want to be known to what warrant. They didn't even have a warrant. They told me, like, I seen it on the computer as they're looking it up, telling me what I violated or whatever, and they never showed a warrant. They never showed a warrant. And then as I'm in jail, my fiance and my whole family, they weren't just gonna, oh, it looks like I got arrested and not be worried. No, everybody was worried. They looked it up and they never once showed a warrant out for my arrest. Never once showed a warrant for my arrest. It was all false.
So wait. They told you to come up there to get a protection from who?
From them. Like for them to watch me and everything I do, so that if anything happens to me, they know. But it turns out I need a protection order against them because they're the ones that are harassing me and doing all the stalking and stuff.
And then wait. I have a question really quickly. How do you know that she was the only one being homeschooled?
AAA, the attorney, she looked further into that family, and she said that she spoke with a CPS worker who said she was being homeschooled.
And this is your attorney?
No, this is not my attorney. She's from, I believe, Georgia. I don't know, somewhere. If you go on Not So Bold, on his last live, where it's me and then it's me and AAA, the attorney, who's talking. She's the one who looks further into the family. Okay. She's the one who got a lot of more information about all that. She's the one who came forth and said that she's the only one who's being homeschooled.
Okay.
I don't physically know. I just know that this is what's being told by an attorney.
And then I have another question. Where did you find the information about the mother being a part of the railroad, Underground Railroad? What?
If you just go on her profile picture, when she posts her profile picture, she's talking about that she's involved with them.
Okay, so
her profile picture, you can see it. It's on her profile.
Is that Facebook?
So again, I'm not the one who did the research on all that. It was told by me by that attorney. It was told by their attorney, AAA, that she looked further into all that, and that she was actually involved with all of that. And when you look into it, all of that work was sex trafficking. Those Underground Railroad people all are involved with sex trafficking.
And wait, where this is on Facebook that I would find her?
Yes, it's on Facebook. We could find her.
Okay, if you could, I don't want to put that out on the chat, but if you could take a screenshot of that and send it to me. Okay.
I'll send it to you real quick. It's like a pink photo with a lady, I believe, holding a shovel. Let me check for you.
Okay. And while you're looking for that, one of the
I don't even have it because it's not even my phone. They have my phone.
You could send it. You could.
They took my phone without my consent. I forgot to mention that too. I don't have my iPhone. They took my iPhone, so I'm using my fiance's phone at the moment because they took my phone for an investigation, which doesn't make any kind of sense. What investigation? I believe the investigation was closed 2 days or a day after, less than 24 hours after. So they took my phone without my consent. I never signed off to it. Never.
Wow.
And they took my phone. Yep, and that's personal belongings. That's against the law. They can't take my personal belongings, my cell phone, for what investigation. They never gave me any kind of detail of what investigation they're digging into. Because last I checked, there was never an investigation after they closed it first time.
So when did they take your phone? I'm a little bit confused on that.
Since they arrested me.
When they arrested you.
Yeah. I was last speaking with Nosy Hawks. What? I don't know her last name. But I was last speaking to her. She was the one who last heard from me after all that had happened. So she kind of got that feeling that I was already being arrested. I had just told her she wanted me to go on live so everybody can hear what's going on. I wish I was on live so everybody would have heard and saw what was going on, how they arrested me, and how they didn't do it so nicely like they were supposed to. You don't just go and tackle a girl against her hood, who's pregnant, and then shove her in the back seat, causing me to have a black eye. I believe I sent you the picture of my eye already.
Right. I was going to ask you if it was okay if I showed the picture. It's up to you.
I look nappy, and almost every time they capture me, I look like not ready and performance.
Right.
Like I look crap. I'll think about that one. Though.
All right, think about it. I won't show it unless you say so. I wouldn't do that to me. So I have another question. Did you actually talk to Molly herself?
At Costco, yes, I did.
Okay.
After Costco, I have not spoken to her. I have not got any kind of clarification if she's okay. Because last I knew when we talked, she wasn't okay.
Okay. And so when you talked to her, the part where you said they, AR'd her SA, and that if she were to, ask for the food or whatever, that she would have got those things done to her when she got home. Did she tell you that?
I'm sorry, can you repeat that one more time?
Okay, when you were saying that, I really didn't want to say the whole word, but when you said that if she were to get food, that they would, rape her.
Oh yeah, that
or whatever.
Rape her as she got home. Yeah,
right.
She told me those words in front of the family as they're all sitting together. That's why the mom, if you look in the video, you can see her just like mad, telling them like, "Why would you even answer? Why would you guys even respond? You guys don't have to answer to her."
Wait.
And that's when they got more mad, and that's when they said, "Well, she called the police. Let's go already."
Okay, wait. So who said that part? Molly said that part to you, or someone else said that?
No, Molly herself said that. Molly said that herself. She said she was hungry, but if she was to take any food, I was giving it to her. That I was giving to her. That she would get hurt when she got home, and that they would rape her. And that's when I called and dialed 911. It's on the report. They're saying that it's false, but it's on the report that that's what was said in that moment. If I would have known I was going to get that response, I would have recorded. But I wasn't just trying to go based off of judgment. I wanted to see what was going on a little more. But once I noticed the body languages of all of them, how quick they were to get up and leave, is when I started recording, because I noticed that there was nothing right. Nothing was right. Nothing was right about that family. Nothing. The fact that they got up and they were trying to leave before the cops arrived, that already said it all. That already gave enough information to everyone to say, hey, they're already a guilty family. I'm not doing it by judgment. I'm doing it based on what she told me and how quick they were to leave before the police arrived to even speak to Molly, to even get a clarification.
See, so that's where I'm a little confused on how they even knew who the family was and how to find them if you didn't give them the license plate? Like, how did they know?
I don't even know. I don't, like, honestly, I don't know how they knew before any of us, but they already knew because I didn't even know. They already knew. The world never even knew. I never even got a name when they were supposed to provide me with information. They never did. I had to get it from a bunch of, people around the world telling me, hey, we know, and witnesses that worked in the same office as him, who told me that he would always mistreat her. I have a witness who's going to come and testify, who says that she's worked for 8 years with him, who now doesn't work with him.
The father
mistreat her, never call her by her name, call her by my black child, and always just mistreat her differently from the rest of the family.
Do you know how long she's been with this family?
Honestly, I don't. I don't know. I don't even know her age.
That was going to be my next question about how old do you think she was?
Yeah, I don't even know her age. I don't know a lot of their history, their background. I don't know a lot of it. I just know what's being told to me because I'm not an investigator. I'm not going to dig in and dig further. I did my job in calling and making the report. I'm the one who's being harassed, who's being arrested for false things and taking my phone from me and doing all types of stuff because I did what was right. I did what was right. Anybody who would have saw that happening and would have got that kind of response would have just done the same thing and called the police, would have recorded and got their faces, so that the police could have seen who the people are. And it's crazy because they already located the family in less than 19 hours, saying that the case was dropped because they're a safe and happy family home. Bull crap. Why would they have locks on their cabinets and locks on their fridge? All that does not add up. And that's what a lot of witnesses are coming forth and saying. Kids from their schools that know of the kids, not of Molly, but of like the little girl that they know, saying that she had to study her what is it, with your music or whatever, in the closet. There's a lot more about this family than we know. What I don't understand, if all these people witnessed this, why haven't they spoken up a long time ago when it was happening? Why were they just looking and watching as it's happening and not speaking up and not doing something about it? Because if you're somebody who knows that something's right and something's wrong, you don't just go by it and just watch it happen and not do something about it. That's not how life works. You got to help out your brothers and sisters and speak up, because who's going to be their voice when they can't be their voice?
Right.
I wasn't gonna just sit there and watch that happen, because I know if it's my baby, I would have treated them way different. But obviously, they don't see them as their daughter. The way they responded about her was saying she's ours. That's not referring her as your daughter. That's referring her as an object in my eyes. And if you saw her as a daughter, you would have just involved her with the meal, regardless of the answer is I'm not hungry. You don't, as a parent, as an instinct, you don't take that as a no.
But didn't you ask her? But didn't you ask her if she was hungry?
Huh?
You asked her if she was hungry, right?
Yeah, I asked her.
And she said what?
The first few answers were no. Until I told her that she was going to be okay, that I was going to call the cops, so she would be protected. Is when she said yes, she was hungry.
So she was more comfortable knowing that she thought protection was going to be there. So she then said yes.
Yes, correct. Okay. And if I would have known that that's the answer I was going to receive, I would have recorded right there and then. But I wasn't just going to humiliate myself and just start recording, That's just not me. I wasn't going to just, okay, let me approach this family and record them. That right there would have been wrong.
Right.
But because I got the response I did, and the things that I was seeing already happening, and how she's telling me what I was already thinking and assuming was true, that came up to be true, that's when I started recording. Because then that's when I already knew what was happening and what was going on. That's why after I called the police, I recorded, because then they started leaving. Like, why would they leave? Why are you guys leaving just because the police were called? Just let her speak to them. For Christ's sake, let the little girl speak. We don't know if she's okay now because they left to their state.
Okay, hold on a second, because some people kind of don't know what's going on. So I'm going to explain a little bit to you guys. So this was like a situation that happened at a Costco in Riverside. This lady we're speaking to is Angelica. She is the one who took the video, which I'm going to show you guys right after I say this. of a African-American little girl with a predominantly white family. She was the only one sitting down with no food. She looked, sad. You guys can tell, you guys can look at the video and say what you guys think, but it looked like, her clothes was off. She didn't look like she even belonged with them. So this woman spoke up because she noticed there was nothing in front of her, and she asked her, if she was hungry. She asked her a few times, but she kept saying no. But once she said, I'm going to call the police, you'll be safe, she said yes. So I'm going to wait. First, I have a couple of questions for you, Angelica. I wanted to know, how do you know that there were locks and things on the cabinets at the home?
Those are what the witnesses came forward to tell me. It's been exposed on That's So Bold and on my page where I was exposing what they were saying. The one who told me about the logs, she's the one who's going to testify against them when it does come down to going to court. She's the one who said that she will come forth and speak the truth on what was happening, because a lot of the other witnesses, they've already got harassed. A lot of them got scared because they live in Arizona, along with where that family lives, where they have connections. She's the only one who's saying that she's not scared.
Okay.
That she's willing to speak up because, she's a witness to a lot of it. A witness to when they went out to dinner, and when that guy Joel Tiffany made a racist remark towards little Molly, saying, "Hey, if you guys turn off the lights, you won't be able to see Molly."
And this is all.
They actually did turn off the lights, and they, mocked her and said, "Molly, smile so we can see you." That right there.
Wait a minute.
Jokes that are wrong. Clarify something with everyone who's saying that I'm making it seem like she's a slave. No, that's a historic theory. That's a question, a historic question, because it's happened prior to back in the days, where now it looks like that's still continuing because of how they had her. I'm not judging based on how she was dressed. It's just the dress was just out of, proportion as well, where people pointed that out. I never noticed it until, that was said, but I was only saying that as a historic question, as in they probably have her like that, because it's history. It happened in history, so it's a historic question. It's never, oh, they have her like that. No, I never said that. It was an allegation, where it's a historic question where I'm saying they probably have her like that. We don't know, because we don't have that. We don't even have that clarification. I'm sorry for cutting you off.
Okay, so wait. This person that you're saying has given you this information. Clear it up for me, because I'm not sure of. Wait, they worked with who? What? How do they know this family?
They worked in the dentist office with them. They were workers for him.
So the dad is a dentist?
Yes, he's a doctor. He's a doctor dentist.
And the mother is what?
I believe a stay-at-home mom now, because they're Mormons. But before, she used to work in the dentist with him as well.
Okay, so the person that you got this information from worked directly with the father.
Yeah, they worked together. They all went to dinner together. They all used to go out. They used to go to his house, talk about work, study about work, where they witnessed locks on the cabinets and locks on the fridge, because they said that they did that because Molly would supposedly eat too much. So, I mean, I don't know if that's true, those are just allegations, but those are what the witnesses are coming forward to saying, and that's what she's willing to testify, because she's a witness who saw these things. I'm not the one who saw these things. She's just coming forward to tell me she's willing to testify, to say that she saw these things going on, and she's heard the racist jokes, and how he would never refer her as Molly, her name, that they would refer her as my black child.
My black child.
Yes. And if you go on my Facebook page, you'll see those messages, and a message where a little girl that went to school with one of the daughters, where she's even saying that they studied in a closet for their musician class, the things that they used to study with music, that they would study in a closet. And she's the one who even said the same thing about the locks. She's the one who ended up messaging me later, again, telling me that, yes, she knew about the locks.
And so,
how a certain time after 6 o'clock that Molly wasn't allowed to get water. After 6 o'clock, she was the one who wasn't allowed to get water.
No water after 6 o'clock?
No water after 6 o'clock.
So do you know if she was able to eat at all? Or what? I mean, I'm sure she eats
I don't
because...
even know. I don't even know. To be honest, I don't even know anything. That's why I'm trying to get at with how is this investigation closed when we don't know what's going on. We don't have that clarification. They want to say my reports were false, but where is that backing their theory up? Because we don't know. There's people coming forth saying a lot of otherwise, that there is things going on, that they are working with the underground railroad tracks, which has to do with sex trafficking, that there is no adoption papers, that there's so many things that is just coming up and out into the faces of these people who are claiming otherwise, who are bigger and higher than us, who could do something, that are failing to do something and failing our system. I don't know a lot about this family. I don't even know anything about this family, just what I saw at Costco.
So wait,
I don't know this family.
So when you said they study in the closet, who was studying in the closet?
Not studying, where they had to study. Their one of the other little girls that went to school with one of the daughters that they have, one of the older daughter, she would have to study in the closet. I don't know what it is, but it's like a thing where they used to study for musician class.
Okay.
And she said that they would study their instrument in the closet together, and because if she had to go, obviously the friend was going to go in the closet as well.
And this is Molly
and
and her.
Said there's a lot more to this family. They're how do you say it? She said it in a word.
Wait, who's
basically they're strict where wherever the dad says, whatever he says, they have to go by, especially Molly. That Molly was always treated differently. Everyone witness I've ever spoke to think that Molly was always treated differently.
So who said this part? The person that works in the office with the dad?
No, a child. One of the kids that went to school with the daughter was a witness to them having to study in the closet. Was a witness to one of the other daughters having to study in the closet. The ones that know about the whole Molly situation are the ones that go to work with the father, Joel Tiffany. Those other witnesses are the ones that witness him make racist jokes, not calling her by her name, where he even said that she cried hysterically because she was tired of being treated differently. Just a lot of things. A lot. It's a lot to say.
Right.
I don't know. But it's a lot where they're, coming forth and saying a lot of things where it's just like disturbing, because it's proving my theory and everything that I've been saying since the beginning, where I've already caught on that she's being mistreated. And I mean, it's not hard to tell that she's being mistreated when nobody in that video denied anything. They never once told me stop recording because it wasn't true. Molly never spoke up and said, hey, stop because that's my family, that's wrong, those are lies. She never said that. She had a a face full of fear, like if she wanted me to be her voice. She wanted me to be her voice. She wanted protection, and you can see it. And these people were just quick to just get up and leave before police got there, which makes them so guilty. No way around it. They're guilty.
Right.
But why do you nobody's going to answer that question, but I am. They are a guilty family for leaving before the police even got there to speak to Molly themselves.
Do you know if they got any of the footage or anything from Costco? Because that's one way I could say they probably knew who they were, because everyone
had the sheriffs are the only
wait, hold on.
Costco told me they signed
Angelica.
So they literally, like, I've been calling, begging them to please, so I can show my theory where I have communication with her. Everybody wants to see where I have communication with her. That's what you're gonna see, is me having communication with her. That's one theory you're gonna see in the truth, where you're gonna see where me and her are communicating. And that's when you see when I'm telling her, hey, I'm gonna call the cops. I'm signaling, you can see my hands. I'm like that telling you, hey baby, I will call the cops. I'm gonna make sure you're protected. So you can see her lift her head up, wipe tears, tell me what she told me. And that's what they're not trying to expose. Why do you think Costco is like, they already did that agreement that they're not going to give that footage? That's why when we do go to court, I'm going to request the judge to give that footage out just as much as I'm going to request for that body cam, because they have to have a body cam when they make an arrest, and they never stated my rights to me or none of that. So they're going to be bitten in the butt really good. They don't even know what they're looking at because they think, oh, we have connections, oh, this or that. That's fine. Have all the connections you need and want. There's always going to be good people out there who are going to help out good people too. So you can get all the connections you need. There's an army of people behind me who are with me.
Right.
And then, like I am going to look for a really good lawyer. I'm going to sue them. I'm going to, there's a platform of people I'm going to sue.
Right.
Because there's a lot of people making false lies, not allegations. These aren't allegations. There's people on YouTube making lies up to feed to the public for who knows what reason. I don't know, but God bless them in their soul, because what they got coming forward with these charges that I'm oppressed and me suing them is not looking good for any of them. So right now they can make all the clout and lies that they want to say. And it's all going to come back to other people who are making all the things up when we end up finding out that Molly is in danger.
Right. That's my biggest thing is little girl, and if she is okay. So
exactly, that's what it's all about. People want to make it about me, but less about Molly. Like, hey, don't give me no type of clout. Don't make it about me. It's not about me and me being okay. No, it's about Molly being okay. Well, it kind of is about me having to be okay now, because you guys seen I got arrested for no reason now. Now you guys can really see that they're really showing you guys that they're messing with me. Everything I stated before, and now adding the arrest is showing you guys that they're really messing with me. But all in all, it's not about me. It's all about Molly. And if we can hear from her, get that clarification that she's okay. That's it. It's about that baby.
So I'm really quickly,
girl,
really quickly for the
nothing.
Angelica.
Yes.
Really quickly for the ones that haven't seen it yet, I'm gonna replay the video because some people are like, "What are we talking about?" So I'm gonna play that really quickly for them. Okay.
Okay, first.
Let's share it, guys. There we go. What's going on? Isn't it clicking it? There we go. Okay. Why isn't it clicking on it?
This family, they're not feeding their adopted child. She's being racist towards their daughter. You guys we need to expose these people, this family. Look at her, she looks hungry, and they're making her say that she's not hungry, and these people are disowning her, and they're probably using her as a slave like they were back in the day. So yes, the sheriffs are on the way. I called the cops because yes, I'm a Catholic ass person, and I'm not about to watch this go by. That is very rude and very disgusting of these people. And yes.
Yes, guys. So that is the video of when she's seen the little girl not having any food. To me, it looks like right here, all she has is like a napkin sitting in front of her. Was it you, Angelica, that said when you were asking the questions that I think the father was the one like bumping her under the table, saying like, "Don't say anything"?
Signal her under the table. Definitely signal her. But once I was giving her that little bit of comfort to let her know, like, if she speaks up, I was gonna make sure she was gonna be protected by calling the cops and doing everything the right way. That's when she told me in front of the father, in front of the mother, and everyone else at that table that yes, she was hungry, that yes, she would be hurt if she was to take any food to eat, and that she would get raped when she got home. And that's what her punishment, I guess, was going to be. And that right there, like that, imagine just getting that kind of response, not being able to do anything for her. if you just grab onto her, it's like you're trying to abduct her. So I couldn't do any of that.
I can't hear you that good.
I couldn't just like throw myself on her and just hug her and then take her away. That would have made me look wrong, and like if I was trying to abduct her. I did what was right, and I called the police. I made that report, and they've never proved that my theory and my allegations of what she was telling me was wrong. It's never been proven. It's their word against mine.
Right. That's why I'm wondering, how would they say that this is a, a case? Wait, what did they say? Like something you made up, giving police wrong information. How would they know that the information is wrong? Like, what do you know if they did any checks, followed up with anything, or you don't know any of that?
I don't know anything. There's nothing that they've provided me to like prove me otherwise. Nothing at all.
Because I did see on the news that they were saying this is all false allegations. None of this is true. The little girl is fine.
Yeah, and where is she fine? Where are they proving and showing us that she's fine? Where? What can they say and show us that she's really being, taken care of? We can't. They don't prove that. It's like I keep telling you, it's their word against mine.
Right, because I would like to myself, I would like to see her looking well and fine, because from what I see in the video, and this is what I see, she's not dressed like them either. It looks like, she has on probably some thrift store clothes on. She's constantly she looks timid. So what did the girl actually tell you? Like, what question did you ask? What was the conversation like?
The conversation was easy and smooth. It was just like, I wanted to comfort her so she can tell me she was okay. And as she's telling me no, that she's not hungry. No, I just couldn't take that as an answer.
So they let you actually get close to her and talk to her?
Yeah, that's why he was trying to signal her under the table so she could not say anything.
Oh, okay.
They weren't speaking up for themselves. Why do you think even when I was recording, that's the same way they were when I was asking her questions? They weren't defending themselves. They never told me to stop recording. They never said, hey, we're not giving you that consent to record. They never did anything, which is okay, because I only recorded not to expose to the world. It was after I seen the sheriff's job is when I exposed it. But they never. There's just the way you see them in that video, as quiet, as angry, is the same way they were before that. Nothing was being said other than, when I asked them, parents, not her first. When I went to the family, I never spoke to Molly first. It was the family where I asked them if they were going to neglect her or offer her some food. And their response was, she's sick and she isn't allowed to eat. Why isn't she allowed to eat? Why? Right. I want to know, why isn't this sick child not allowed to eat? And why isn't she speaking to tell me that she's hungry? Why are they signaling her? Well, just to father. Why is he signaling her to say, hey, so she wouldn't respond to me? Why does he have to do any of that? They were all quiet the whole time. They were quiet, just as quiet as they were when I started recording.
So they didn't say
the same energy.
They didn't say anything to you. They were just kind of like quiet.
Yeah, they didn't say really anything to me other than the daughter. She's the one, the little girl with her arm crossed. Mm-hmm. She's the one who said, we adopted her. What the heck? Like, okay.
What?
She's the one who made it seem like she's the mother. She's the one who spoke up as a mother. When after that video, when you see the father explaining to the witness, you could see him talking to someone else and not me. If you look at the video, he's not talking to me. He's talking to the witness who was also confronting that family. Because you could see there's a man right there. You don't see the man, but you see the father confronting the other man right there who's confronting them. Saying, hey, I'm seeing the same thing she's seeing. I heard the same thing she heard, He's a witness. He's a witness where they supposedly never got his information. Bull, because he was the only man that they were really listening to outside when the sheriffs were speaking to. So how are they going to say they didn't really get his information? And it's because they wanted to make it seem like I had no witness. But the video is telling you a lot more. It's showing you that the man, the father in the pink, is speaking to another man in the video. Another person. Trying to explain what's going on. The little girl with her arms crossed, she was the one who said that she Because if the freaking footage was allowed to be released, you guys are going to see how that little girl's right there trying to say that they adopted her. I said, I don't care. That's not the point. If you adopted her, then why are you mistreating her?
Right.
Point blank period. Why is she being mistreated and not being treated equally as the rest of everyone else?
Okay, so look.
What you're telling me is because she's adopted, you're going to treat her different? Makes no sense.
Angelica.
Yes.
So in that video at the end, the woman that's standing up and she kind of has her arms crossed with the long ponytail, who was that? Was that the mom?
No, that's what I'm saying. She's the one who acted like she was the mom. She's the one who spoke up like the mom, saying, "Oh, okay." Adopted her. Well, that's when I was like, "Whoa!" I got the other lady across was the mom, but she's the only one that wasn't speaking. She's the one that was just telling them, "Why would you guys answer any questions? Why would you guys answer her?" You know, she was the one that was mad, but she never physically spoke to me. She never really tried to look at me. None of that. It was a little girl who spoke up and said, "Well, we adopted her." Well, that's cool. So why are you guys neglecting her? Makes no sense. So
there's a question on here, and they're basically like, how do we know that she was being mistreated, or was she just looking that way because you had a camera recording her?
Just give you guys that look. She gave you guys that look because I recorded, and she's trying to signal you guys because she told me otherwise. That's a signal for you guys, because if it was wrong and what I was saying was wrong, she would have spoke up just as happy as for that family. She would have defended that family. She loved them so much. She would have spoke up and said, "Hey, you're lying." Something told me, "Hey, stop recording. These are my parents, and I love them," or something. You know, someone who loved their adopted parents, who's treating them right, you know, would have said something. She never said anything. She's signaling you guys in that video that she's in danger. That's what it is. Because if it was that she was really being well taken care of, she would have told you guys as well. She would have said it. She would have said, "Hey, that's my family. Stop recording them. They take care of me." Something. She never once did. She's signaling you guys that she's being shut down, and not just as much as she wasn't allowed to eat. None of it makes sense. Why they would even flee the scene before even officers attend that scene. None of it makes sense.
Okay, Angelica. So my question is, was she looking timid like that before, or was it because you were recording and she was uncomfortable?
She looked like that. She was already crying. She was already crying prior to that. She was crying.
Okay. So
she was in fear. She's been neglected, and it's showing you guys that, you know, if it was the other way around, and if it was a African American family with a white kid, and the white kid's the only one like that, it would have been on that case real quick. Let me tell you guys.
Right.
It would have been a different, but it's because they want it to be like something like it's normal. They want it to be a normal thing. We're in 2021.
Right.
When somebody is saying those things and allegations, you dig further. You don't just do it on non-business hours to say that you want to close a case because allegations weren't true.
Oh yeah.
Theory, you know?
Oh wait. About that, what were you saying? Who was doing like the investigation on not business hours?
Sheriff Investigator Torres. She's a female. She's the one who had me get arrested for a warrant for a traffic ticket, but then later said the ticket was not even for a traffic ticket, that it was for false information. None of it makes any type of sense. If you guys put it together and look what the warrant's under and look what the ticket's for.
Right. So that investigator
mess with me.
So that investigator was doing an investigation off the clock about Molly?
Yeah, off the clock, ma'am. Off the clock. It was off the clock, no business hours. She do it during the week. She did it during the weekend. Said she spent 100 hours. How does 48 hours add up to 100 hours? Look at the thing that she put when they arrested me. They worked hundreds of hours. Hundreds of hours? Girl, you guys closed it in less than 24 hours. Where does 24 add up to 100? It doesn't add up. They're just lying. They're trying to cover their butts because it happened in the state of California, and they don't want to look as the bad people. They don't want people to keep calling them. They want to be, left off the hook. But it's not going to happen like that. It's not going to go by and go unseen and go undone.
Right. Because I also told
handle that they failed to do proper.
Because also in the beginning of this live, I said, you know, for people that don't know exactly where Riverside is, it is close to where the Cal City boys went missing from. It is not that far. A lot of that goes on out here and nobody is saying nothing. Or if you do say something, they do try to make you be quiet.
Silent.
So it is happening a lot out here in Southern, not even just Southern California, but mostly in Southern California, because all they have to do is get you across that border and what there's nothing. There's no way for people to really get the word out because they want to make you be quiet before you even get to get the word out. So that's the reason why I wanted to do this interview with her, because I mean, I see how it goes on out here and I just wanted to know her experience. There is someone in the chat, her name is Martha, and she says, I'm worried for Molly. She may be in more danger now that the word is out. And why hasn't the family said anything publicly? I want to know that too. I'm not going to feel comfortable. If everything is all good, everything is all good. But come out and say that. Because if it's not all good, how do we know that right now she's not being punished and tortured for all of her information being out now? Because it is on the news and they're saying, oh no, these allegations are false. So if we see what we see in the video, and there's people in the chat that just say she does look neglected. To me, it looks like she doesn't even really want to be there. She looks scared. So I feel that yes, they need to publicly come out and say something, or Molly needs to be spoken to by not just the police, because they're just gonna, oh yeah, she's fine. Oh yeah, no, we need a team of, you know, what is it called, like pediatric people that can talk to them and kind of see how she reacts to the questions and things like that. Because just asking her, are you okay, and she says yeah, that's not good enough for me, you know. And if they're from Arizona, yeah, they're saying okay, they can't do anything, but they can contact Arizona CPS.
Yes, they contacted Arizona CPS because I'm not in the state of Arizona. They said that I couldn't do anything because I'm not physically seeing her abused or anything like that. So they told me that they weren't going to do anything just because I'm not in the state of Arizona and I'm not witnessing it happen. So that's what the response was when
Well, she actually told you that she would get raped and things like that if.
Yeah, that's exactly what I said. But her response was the state of Arizona. Are you in California? Because if you're in California, you call the CPS there. What the heck? If she's in the state of Arizona, really, I call you and you do your job because she's there in your state. None of it makes any sense how they're all like just not doing anything. They're not doing anything. I'm telling you, and I'm repeating it. They're not doing anything.
Okay, they're asking right now.
Stress off their shoulders so that they can say Angelica's lying, and it's just as easy as that. But then again, it's my word against their word until we go to court, and it's something different because a judge is the one who's going to be able to grant anything and everything. He's the one that's going to tell them, okay, I want this, I want proof, so show me. Let's see if they're going to show that proof because I have my video and my statements, you know, and the allegations that she told me.
Okay, so they're asking right now to see the video again. So I'm going to play the video again, and I'm going to also play the other two short videos that you had because they're asking to see it again because some people are just now joining in and they're kind of like, what's going on? So I'm going to play it again so that they can see it. All right, let me go ahead and share my screen with you guys. So here's the video from inside of Costco. They were sitting down eating. Okay, so that's the first video. I'm going to play the other ones for you guys. So this is when they're walking her, the dad is walking her out. That's that video. And then this is the video of her trying to get out. They were in a hurry leaving. Which car is it? Is it that van?
Yes, it's the van that she was in.
Okay. Okay, so that was a series of videos. Do you want to go ahead and send me the I don't know if that video you sent me when you were getting, did you send me the other two videos?
Which one? All the ones that a minute long. I would have to log back into my Snapchat.
Okay.
It's on my Snapchat camera roll because I don't have my phone. They took it, so I have to go on there to show you guys.
Okay, we can definitely do a follow-up one, but I'm gonna. Is it okay if I show the video that we were talking about earlier with the blue car in it? Did you hear me?
Arrested.
Yes.
Yes, go ahead and show that one. Expose that one.
Okay. So let me pull it up here before I So it's about 20 seconds, right? That video?
It's about 20 seconds.
Okay. So I'm gonna let you guys see that one, and then I'm gonna hop over to the chat really quick and see what you guys are saying. All right. Oh no, were they able to? I don't think they were able to see. Hold on. It's not showing. I showed the whole thing and I didn't show it. Hold on. I always forget to do this. So hold on. I'm going to play the video of her getting arrested after. I'm going to play that one right now. And then we'll go to the other three videos that didn't show. I forgot to click the show button. So here you guys go. This is her getting arrested.
So I met up with the two undercover cops where we're barely speaking about a protection custody order. And no later than the other cops pull up, the ones in the uniform, and just take me.
So those were undercover cops.
And the ones in the gray vehicle, yes. The one that are dressed formal, just like good people, those are undercover. The ones you see in uniform were the ones who came very quickly. It was a setup. It was a complete setup.
Okay, hold on. Let me play the other three videos for them really quickly.
When they're arresting me, you just see them shoving me in the vehicle.
Okay, I'm going to play the other three videos. I thought they were playing and they weren't, so I'm showing it now. Okay, so that was the video when they were inside. You can see that all she has in front of her is, I believe, a napkin right here. And this is the one that she was saying was doing the most talking. Okay, so this is them walking. This is them walking her out. What happened to the volume? Let's turn the volume on. There we go. And then the last one is There's no sound on this video. So that's the van leaving right there. Okay, I hope they were not watching again. Oh my God. I think they were not watching again. Why is this happening to me? Were you guys able to see that? Like every time I click it, it's unclicked. I see it's clicked now. I'm going to try again. If it does it again, interesting. Let's see. I'm doing this again. So here is them at Costco. I'm looking at here to make sure you guys can see it because this makes no sense. Okay, it's showing now. So here we go.
So this family, they're not feeding their adopted child. They're being racist towards their daughter. You guys we need to expose these people. This family, look at her. She looks hungry. And they're making her say that she's not hungry. And these people are disowning her, and they're probably using her as a slave. Like they were back in the day. So yes, the sheriffs are on the way. I called a Catholic-ass person, and I'm not about to watch this go by. That is very rude and very disgusting of these people. And yes.
Okay, so that's that one. I'm hoping you guys are seeing this. This is making no sense. Okay, and this is them, the dad being her out.
Yes.
He's like, look at the way he's grabbing her arm.
These people are scaring this little girl.
Look at this. Look how he's grabbing her arm.
These people are scaring this little girl.
And then here's them hurrying up and getting in the car.
These people are scaring.
There's no sound on this one. Okay, and then I don't think they were able to see the one where you got arrested either. So
this little girl.
I'm going to play that one too. Wait, where'd it go?
These people are scaring this little girl.
Let me make this stop. It's going to keep playing, but I need to get to your messages, but I don't want to show certain things. So I'm going to stop it and then go to your message because I know you said you didn't want them to see the pictures and stuff. So why isn't it letting me go to my messages? I'm tired of using this PC. I don't really know how to use it. Okay, there it goes. Boom. So I'm going to show where you're getting the arrested at. Are you guys seeing it this time? If you guys are, please put a 1 in the chat because I don't know what happened those other 2 times, but it kept not clicking what I wanted to. So here we go. I'm going to share my screen once again. What's going on? Share. There we go. Now I'm going to click it. And this is her being, see it unclicked again. Interesting. So, and this is her being arrested. And start it from the beginning. Pause. Let me get some sound over here. Yeah. Wait, why it still didn't give me sound? There we go.
Gustavo, record it.
Recording.
Okay, so that was from her being arrested, guys. So
Gustavo, record it.
So yes, that was that. And let me turn off the recording. So were you guys able to see it? We can see and hear it. Awesome. So Angelica, so when they told you to meet them, what they told you to go meet them to get a protection order against from the family, or just so that they can be watching over you?
Just so that they could basically be watching me. It wasn't against the family at all. It was to make reports on Paris Milan because they were watching everything she was exposing on her live YouTube videos, where she's telling people to spy on me, and doing all types of things, saying all types of things. I mean that right there is legal actions where she's not allowed to be telling people to spy on me because that's legal actions, like I said. So I was pressing charges on her.
And who is that? What's her name? What's her name?
For some of the YouTubers. Paris Milan.
And okay, so I have a question here to ask you. Why did Paris say her kids were removed?
That's also false lies, where that's what I'm pressing charges for too as well.
Okay.
I'm pressing charges on her for many reasons because she's giving out, lies, not allegations, lies.
Mm-hmm.
That is personal reasons, and I never got my kids taken away. But since it's on the dashboard, I'm gonna say a little bit about it, but I'm not getting into detail about that.
Okay.
Because it's personal. But basically, I had joint custody with my ex-partner, a partner where I had, not got help for in a year and a half, where he just went and ghosted my kids. So I fought for full custody, which I had full custody for a while. He just wanted to just randomly show up again and take me to court for joint custody, where they denied his request. So they still continue to grant me with the full custody, and that's where we were celebrating because we wanted to celebrate that day. And we went out to lunch with my mother, and that's when everything happened. So for everyone trying to be involved in my, personal life, there's no reason to make false lies and say I got my kids taken away. Never once had my kids taken away. Always had full custody. Never had any help from the father. So therefore, it's personal, but there it is for you guys. There was a joint custody battle where I won, and it's done. I have full custody.
And how does this Paris person know you to even have that information?
She doesn't know me. Those were just things that I'm telling you, she started going into investigation about me and less about the family. She started making it about me. And it's not about me.
And this is from when?
It's for money, and she said I was in it for clout. I haven't received a dime for myself. It's not even for myself. I wanted to lure it up because I already knew something was wrong. I already knew that if I'm being watched, what else can go wrong? What else can happen? The worst that happened already happened. I got arrested with a fake warrant. So it's just showing you guys, like, what I was trying to prepare myself for and was being told that I was trying to take money was false lies. She made that. And if anything, I don't need the clout, nor do I want the clout, nor do I even want to be exposed, but it's out there. And if anything, if she's making all her live videos about me, she's the one putting that out on me. She's the one just exposing me, talking about me. So she's the one giving me the clout. I'm not there looking for it, and I'm not there asking for it. She's the one doing all that. So everything that she's saying is procrastinating, and she's a hypocrite because while she was first all about Molly, now it's all about Angelica. And that's not what the case is. It's not about me. That's not about Angelica. It's about what I did what was right. I made the report. I had called the police. I took a video recording not to share to the world. It wasn't for the world. This was just for the police because they failed to do their job. Mm-hmm. That's when I exposed it. That's when I said, hey, this is a girl needs her help. She's okay because they didn't do the job. And that's when they wanted to say, hey, we want to investigate. And then the next day, it's the case closed. Oh, crap. I called yes on that.
One of the comments says, so she called the police and got arrested. You see what the police does for you? Yeah. Right. You called them for help and then they arrest you. Let me see.
They put a warrant out for me, but why not a warrant out for the family?
Right.
Why not for the family? They're the ones who are being called on, and then they want to say my theory or whatever else in life. Well, why don't you guys give that evidence and back it up?
Right.
I want to see something. I'm going to say, oh, I'm lying, and make my court date 4 months from now, because it's on December 1st, so everyone knows. I have court for that stupid ticket. They literally, like, if you go on if you guys look, it literally says that I only have to pay $25.
And what kind of traffic ticket was it?
It was, they didn't get me for the traffic ticket. That's not what they're getting me for. That was just a warrant for that, to just get me, to arrest me. But that's not what they're saying on my ticket. My ticket is for slandering, saying that I made a false report, but they're not backing that theory up. But my ticket was on my birthday.
Wow. Okay. So to me, I still say I want to see that this little girl's okay and that they're really doing an investigation, because clearly looks like something's going on there. And if she said those words that you're saying she said, that needs to be looked into. It can't just be brushed off. So let me see. Have you been in contact with any rights activists out there?
I have not tried to be in contact with the people. Before I was, but now it's just like I'm trying to not. Only because I don't have my own phone.
Because you don't have what?
I try to, I'm sorry.
You said because you don't have your own what?
I don't have my own cell phone.
Oh yeah, because they took your cell phone.
They took my cell phone. I'm using my fiance's phone right now as we speak. This is his phone. I have an iPhone. He has a Galaxy. They took my phone. If you guys are like really good with the internet and you guys track, if you guys look up my number, you guys can track it. I already disconnected it and everything so that they won't be receiving any texts or emails or anything, so nothing can get sent to my phone.
Okay, that's smart. And then A&E All Around Crimes says Dad could have been coaching her not to say anything. Why walk her out and not wait for the police? I would have been pissed. An adoptive mom not speaking out. Yeah. I mean, I think these people, since it's gotten on the news, everyone's talking about it. If they don't want to come out and say something, there needs to be proof that this little girl is okay, well taken care of, because I believe in the chat, I want to say, I could be wrong, it was News and Shenanigans said that they had her since a newborn. Do you know about any of that?
No, I believe they had her since she was a certain age, not as a newborn. There isn't even any paperwork to say anything at all. There's no paperwork to prove if she had her as a newborn, if they had her as a 4-year-old or 6-year-old or however age she was. There's no evidence or adoption paper to prove that statement and the theory. And then nothing to tell her that she was to be adopted and paid for. All the clinics that the lady, the adopted mom supposedly is saying, look up all the clinics that she keeps claiming and changing her story on. None of them they all say the same thing, that there's no paperwork. They have no paperwork on that little girl, on Molly.
Okay, yeah. Molly was not properly interviewed or assessed. I say that too. You can't just ask a child a quick question right then and there and they just say no and it's okay and it's fine and dandy. Now, I understand this is supposed to be a well-off family living in a great community and, all of that, but that does not mean this little girl is not being abused. She clearly looks like she's not getting the same care.
This is why I don't doubt it. I'm not going to say I believe what the down authorities say, because authorities can say anything just to cover their asses. They'll do anything to cover themselves. They don't care about a little girl. Why? Because they care so much about their outlook and why they don't want to look bad. They don't want to look like the bad people for not doing something and stepping up. So they're going to do anything they can to just, take it off their shoulders and make it seem like Angelica's just lying. Well, back your theory up. I want to see some damn evidence. And if not, we'll be looking at court. They better have a good lawyer in court and suing them for not stating my rights, arresting me for false, for no reason, a traffic ticket. If that was the case, that would have been happened a long time ago, but I couldn't pay me. So therefore, they're just doing anything they can to just mess with me and shut me up. It's proven. It's just in the obvious. So, like, the people that have questions, questions are answered. There's no proof that whatever they're saying is true. They don't back it up.
Okay, and then hold on. There's another. They would like me to ask you about, the people that contact. Okay, so the people that worked, or the person or persons that worked with the dad at the dental office, they got in contact with you, or how did that whole exchange go?
Yeah, they reached out to me. They reached out to me before I deactivated my Instagram and before I deactivated my TikTok. Well, actually, no, I never deactivated my TikTok. That's a lie. It was being reported a lot, so it got taken down itself. But I deactivated my own Instagram and I've been deactivating my own Facebook. It's been me. It's been me.
Okay.
Like some of my statuses were being taken down on its own. So, but they were the ones who reached out to me. I was screen recorded, I screenshotted the messages, I covered their faces, so they wouldn't be known who they are. They would even say, you can share this and then make it anonymous. So that's what I was doing. But the workers, these are old workers that used to work with Joel Tiffany. I hope you guys know that that's not even his real name. His real name, I think, is Joseph.
Wait. Who's this Joel Tiffany person?
The Joel is the guy in pink that claims to be the adoptive father. That's not his real name. His real name, it's exposed somewhere else. I don't know where, but it's on paperwork that his real name is not Joel.
Okay.
Yeah, there's a bunch of people who've been doing a bunch of research where he changed his name before, and they have that on a screenshot or whatever where they sent it to me and people are just informing me and giving me more information, So I believe that's not his real name because I've seen it on other things where it says Joseph Tiffany and it says Joel Tiffany, and it's just like, okay, now it does kind of make sense to the people who are coming forward saying that that's not him and saying that that's not his real name. So it's kind of like, proving that theory. But then again, I don't know. It's just my belief now. I believe what I'm saying, But it can, I don't know. We don't know. I don't even know the family. I just know that there's a lot about that family, and there's a lot behind that family where people need to keep exposing them. What's her name? The mother. So you guys can go to her page and see that she's exposing that she works with the Underground Railroad track.
Okay, yeah, we can definitely talk and get some information that you're not really able to now, and I'll write it down and get it so that we can be able to show it. I mean, if we do go again live, and it's being said by News and Shenanigans said they had her since she was a newborn, and she's seen pictures herself. Have you seen any pictures of her?
I have not seen any pictures of her. Now, I have not.
So
before, like when they had her, I saw them, and you can see a lot of them. Her knees are bruised and cut up.
Okay, so in person, you said her knees were bruised also and cut up.
Oh yes, they. It looked like she had scratches, like scars, but they were bruised. They were bruised. Yes, that's correct. But the cuts and on her knees, they look like scars, like if they were there already.
And wait, you seen that in pictures?
Oh yeah, that was the first thing. That was also on my report. So there is no like, oh, she's changing her story. No, that was on my report. I said that on my report when I was looking and watching her and just reading her body language. I noticed her knees had bruises, and that's what I asked them. That's what they were supposed to give me that picture to tell me, hey, yeah, she's bruised up and something. They didn't provide me with. They told me they were going to provide me with. They did not provide me with. They told me, yeah, we'll provide you with this.
You're breaking up.
It's to me. None of it. Then they want to say she's a minor and they can't expose things like that. But they're exposing that she's happy and she's in a happy environment. Well, where is that back in the theory at? Why is it just them speaking for her and her not speaking for herself?
Right. I don't understand. She looks like she's old enough to be able to speak for herself. I mean, she may not be an adult, but if these type of accusations are being put against this family, I would think they would want to get it cleared up, being that it's kind of all over the place now.
Yes, exactly.
So this says Molly's friends, classmates, or coworkers contacted Angelica and the adopted father's colleagues as well. So wait, I'm a little bit. It says Molly's friends, classmates, or coworkers contacted and the adoptive father's colleagues as well. So I think they're asking that. Okay, they're asking that to you, but I think they're asking if those were the people that contacted you.
Yeah, those are people who contacted me.
Okay, and this is not through the lawyer. This was directly to your page.
Yes, this was directly to me.
Okay.
This is direct. If I would have had the other witness's number, it's Arizona number. It sucks because all my stuff is on my phone. Everything's on my phone. Like absolutely everything, like the witnesses, all that. And what I keep telling you guys is it doesn't make sense why they took my phone for investigation. What investigation? What investigation?
Whoa. I don't understand. I don't understand what they're investigating on you and not investigating on them, because what are they trying to see if you made this story up?
Yeah, that's what they're just trying to do, cover themselves. Because at the end of the day, they're the ones that are looking at bad. They're the ones that are looking at the ones who failed to do their job. They failed to do their job. Dude, how are you going to close a case on non-business hours? And this is told not just by one attorney, by many attorneys that aren't from my state where they can't defend me, as a lawyer, but from other states where they're saying, hey, look into it. You're not supposed to do an investigation on non-working hours.
Right.
And then they close the case in less than 24 hours. There's no way. It's proven to you guys in your faces. It's a smack to the face that they failed their job. That's why they arrested me, so that they can try to say, hey, we got her for false information. What false information can you guys show to back your theory up? Because last I checked, when somebody's claiming they've been raped, you go and make that rape kit regardless of whatever. That's what's supposed to be handled. You guys are supposed to provide us with some type of image, or have her at least speak out to us to let us know she's okay. We are not at this moment as we speak, we don't know she's being abused, and they're trying to cover it up and wait until she's able to speak when those bruises and
You're breaking up. Wait. You broke up there for you broke up there for a little bit. Hello?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you now.
Okay, I don't know if I cut off or not.
So what all did they take from you? And wait, did they have a warrant, or you gave your phone up? How did that happen?
Why would I give my phone up if I'm being arrested?
Right.
That does not make sense. Why would I just, okay, here's my phone? No, they took my phone. As they're arresting me, I tried to give it to my brother to say, here, grab my phone. But they grabbed it and they took it with them, and saying that they're using that as an investigation. What investigation do you need my phone? Well, I did not grant them consent. It was as they were arresting me. I was contacting Nosy Hawks, whatever her name is. I don't know how to pronounce it. But as me and her were talking on Messenger, she wanted me to join her live so everybody can hear what's going on with these officers, so they can be aware that, hey, I'm meeting with these officers. If anything happens to me, it's because of them. As that was occurring, that's I wasn't even on the live yet. I was barely gonna active the live, and as I'm answering questions, doing both at the same time, is when they just say they're the ones who were like, "Oh, what are they doing here?" I turn around, damn, already handcuffs out, like they're already good. They would set me up. They did me dirty. They set me up. It was a setup. It was to get me be scared. They want to silence me. They want to scare me. They want to get me to where I'm just going to back down and say, hey, I'm done of being harassed, attacked, and all types of things. But that's not going to happen, because why am I just going to give up and say this and not make sure she's okay? The whole point is to make sure she's okay. Why are they making it harder than what it needs to be to just prove that she's okay? It doesn't need to take this long. But it took them back quick to just say, hey, Clayson was case was closed, right? But it's taking them this long to give us that kind of clarification if she's okay. But it wasn't that long for them to close the case. They did it so quick. None of it's gonna make any type of sense.
Okay, because
I did not give them my phone. I would not do that. I would not say, here, take my phone. When that's the only way I can communicate with people to let them know I'm okay.
Right. Okay, because when you go online and you look up this story, it says Costco black girl abuse was a hoax. Are you now, don't take this any type of way, it's just a question. Are you now like trying to like, be a bigger voice and an advocate? Because you probably did kind of like make accusations, too soon and didn't know really if she was being abused. And now since you made that claim, you feel like you have to stick to it and it really wasn't that way? Or do you honestly believe that she is being abused?
That sounds retarded.
Right.
I'm sorry to say that just sounds very retarded as it is.
Mm-hmm.
Because my story's been the same. Everything's been the same. Everything's been the same. They're saying what they want to say because that's what they want to feed you guys. To say, hey, we got the case off our shoulders. We don't want to look like the bad ones for failing to do our job. Because no, I'm not going to do the job for them, and I'm not going to drive all the way out to Arizona to go knock on those people's doors because it's going to make me look like I'm a stalker or something.
Right.
They can use that against me. So what I'm doing is just being her voice, and that's it. No, I'm not doing anything to make my people don't think about. No, it's not that at all. Okay. It's none of that at all. It's just what people want to say and people want to think because that's how they want to put it at. They want to say, oh, Angelica is lying and this and that. That's okay.
Right.
That's okay. Are they going to prove that? Are they going to prove that? Or is that just their saying?
Right.
That is just their saying. They're not proving to you guys. I brought a video to the table to show you guys, hey, family's guilty because they're leaving without the police speaking, right?
Right.
I'm proving that. Look at her face, body language, everything. If it was a lie, she would have spoke up to say, hey, stop recording my family. You're lying. Something. She would have spoke up for them. She did not. Because she wants us to be her voice and to save her.
Right.
There's no way around it. And the people asking those like retarded questions is just pointless and even listening to it because it's like, no, I've been the same and it's been the same since day one. I just get scared some days I don't because sometimes it's just the harassments and stalks get bad and then some days it's just like I have to sleep. I can't just keep staying up to make sure, everything's going to be okay. I have to be my own sheriff, my own bodyguard and protect my own family because of these things that are occurring.
No, I do believe you. I do believe you because I see the things.
To understand what's going on.
I was saying I do believe you because I do see the things that go on out here being from California. So, yeah, I do believe you. But to me, they're going too hard on you when we don't see any proof of her being okay. And at this point, she could have been told anything.
Okay, that's the question. They dropped the case so quick on non-business hours. That's a lawsuit. What people need to understand is that's a lawsuit. They closed the case and make fake allegations against me and said my things were incredible. How do we know that? Are they going to prove my statements were incredible? No, because like I keep telling you guys, from my voice, it's their words against my words.
Right.
We don't know what's true because I don't know if that's really happening myself. I don't know if that's true. She can tell me that's what's happening, but that's why I called the cops to figure it out. But are they figuring it out? No, because on non-business hours, the case was closed.
Right.
Therefore, they failed our system like they always do. They failed our system because this happens every day, like a Gabriel Fernandez case where the whole system was involved and they failed. Because the next thing you know, he fell in the tub with so many markings and so many bruises to prove that he was being neglected his whole life. It's the same thing that could be happening to Molly. Oh, she fell down the stairs. But the bruises prior that show that she's been actually neglected way prior to that. But we don't know because these are just allegations that need to be resolved. They need to prove something, because they are the ones who can do that. I can't go and prove to you guys if she's being abused or raped. I can't. Just the person who noticed something was wrong, who was told something was wrong, and I did the right thing by calling the cops and making a report. Now they want to say that they can arrest me for false information, but use a warrant, a ticket, traffic ticket, like really a traffic ticket. That's not even a reason to get me and put me behind bars.
Right.
That's another lawsuit. They think that they're going to get away with that they're not going to get away with. They took my phone without consent and never stated me my rights, which are all lawsuits.
Right.
All of them.
Right.
And people need to understand that this is just all to cover up for them asses. They're trying to cover themselves up to say, hey, we don't, like they don't even know what's probably going on. They probably do, they probably know, but they ain't doing their job. That's, I can tell you that one thing for sure.
Right. Okay. Someone here says, also the co-founder Jessica from Missing Justice told Riverside sheriffs that Angelica said that she saw Molly standing in a puddle of urine and blood running down her leg.
No, it wasn't a puddle. There wasn't no puddle. No, it was coming in between her legs. But that's something they're not going to investigate.
Wait. Hold on. When did you see that?
As they were exiting, the witness was the one who pointed that out and stated that to the officer. Where when we were exiting, he was when I was saying it as I'm on the phone. Because when you guys see me recording and you guys hear the recording when he's holding on to her, when you guys all that, like this needs to all be out there from the Costco footage, which they don't want to release. Because if you guys were to see it, you guys could see what we're talking about. It was, long story short, as they were exiting the premises and I was more onto recording and talking and trying to get my children at the same time, the witness was saying, look, she's wetting herself, like, peeing. Look, like
she was probably nervous. She's nervous.
She's scared to leave in the care of their arms, the care of them. Something was wrong. And he was the one who noticed that, it was a little darker than what pee looks like. That's when I was looking at it, and that's all I repeated was, hey, look, I can't tell you guys if it was blood, but no, there wasn't no puddle. It's all landing in her shoes, like it's going between her thighs, dripping all the way down through her legs, not dripping down on the floor, going through her legs, her inner thighs, going through her legs down to her shoes. There was never a puddle. So whoever's saying there was a puddle, that's a lie. There was never a puddle. It was all, on her pants, on her thighs, on her legs, dripping through her shoes. So it's her shoes. And if they investigated, they would have looked into the outfit she had on that day, the pants she had on that day, and which they never did. And which is why I keep telling everyone that if that was the case, why didn't they do anything that they were supposed to do and give me? I told them, why don't you guys look in her shoes, grab her pants that she had on that day, something. But none of that's being proven. None of that's being shown to us, which is why it makes me believe that it could have been blood. It really could have, because they're not giving me anything to say, hey, we got the evidence, we got her pants, nothing. They're not doing nothing. They're not doing their job. So it's gonna, be here, doing their job when I'm a mother and I have to do my job as well, and that's being a mother. But,
as you should.
Mother's instinct, something was completely wrong at first, which is why I approached the situation properly instead of just connecting and just recording like people say. Because people then say I'm being nosy, which that's not true. People say that I'm doing this and doing that. Okay, how do you guys want me to approach them and just start recording? That's wrong.
So, wait a minute, Angelica. So when you did approach them, how did you approach them? Like, what don't we see on camera? How did you approach the situation?
You're going to see me, like, moving my hand right to my right arm. You're going to see me, like, basically pointing at her and pointing at them. Basically saying, hey, you guys going to neglect her? You guys going to offer her some food? That's what you guys are going to see in the footage. And then you're going to see that I'm not taking whatever the dad says as an answer. So you're going to see me go a little bit off the side of where she's at and the dad's at. And that's where I can see everything from under the table. I can see everything. Everything. And that's when I'm asking her, like, baby, are you hungry, The simple answer was no, until I told her, look, I'm going to call the police. And I'm going to make sure you're protected because I feel like something's really wrong here. something's really wrong here. Is when she spoke up and told me those words from her mouth.
And those words were what exactly?
That's happening. I can't say, hey, that's really happening. What I could say that I know is she was not being fed the way everyone was being fed. She said she was hungry. Now, that theory is one thing I'm going to say and stand for because I saw it with my eyes. I was told differently. The abuse and the rape. I cannot tell you guys if that's really happening because I never knew the family. I never knew what was going on behind closed doors, which is why the FBI or the police department, the sheriff department was supposed to do their job. They're supposed to give us that information if she's okay. They didn't give us crap. It's just like I keep saying, their word against mine.
Right. So wait again. What were her words? What did you exactly say to her, and what was her response? So we have that clear. So it's not all up in the air.
She would want to sit with me at my table and join me for a pizza.
Mm-hmm.
Because I noticed she was hungry.
Mm-hmm.
She told me no. Mm-hmm. And it was no 3 times over and over and over again.
Okay.
I noticed something was wrong because she's not looking at me. She's crying. Okay. She's crying. She got signal under the table already by the father, And so then that's when I told her, I'm going to call the police and I'm going to make sure you get protection. I'm going to make sure that you're okay because something's telling me that you're not okay.
Right.
Is when I asked her, are you hungry? Are you sure, baby? And that's when I told her, look at me.
Mm-hmm.
I said, look at me. And after she looked at me, and you're going to see that in the Costco footage if they can ever release that. That's when I'm going to ask them.
They need to release that.
Short.
They need to release that. They need to have these people speak out. They need to have Molly speak out. They need to have some proof that they're checking on this little girl. This person says,
that's what you're going to see. That's what you're scared about. They're scared because you're going to see that me and her had communication, and that's what they're trying to say, that we had no communication. Bullshit. I had communication with her. We talked. And you're gonna see that when I'm stating to you guys and how I tell you guys, when I tell her to look at me, she then looks at me because I'm comforting her. That's what you do. If you're an investigator and you're trying to get her to tell you something, that's how you do it. You comfort her, take her away from the family. I didn't take her away from the family. What I did was tell her, I'm calling the cops, mommy, and I'm gonna make sure that you're okay because something's telling me you're not okay. So are you hungry? And that's when she gives me that response, like, yes, she was hungry, and that if she was to eat, they would hurt her. And then later rape her.
Oh, my.
That's what the allegation she told me can't prove to you guys. But you know what? That footage will prove to you guys enough that, yes, me and her had a conversation.
Right. Okay, let me tell you what is being said.
Be holding her the way they are all the way.
Okay, let me tell you what's being said in the chat. It says, missing justice is to bring awareness. Wait, hold on. Let me make it big because I can't see. Missing justice is to bring awareness of missing persons, not run premature investigation and pushing the narrative that Angelica isn't credible without doing a thorough investigation. That is true. Maybe people make her look crazy and got arrested before for no reason and then act like it never happened. So I don't know. Okay, so what I think people are saying is probably they used, them arresting you and all this type of stuff to kind of discredit you. Like they didn't do, to make you look bad, to make everything be hush hush.
Yeah,
so
that's exactly what they're good at. That's like with every famous person who ever speaks out on the government. What do? Later on, when they speak out, they end up dead. But when they end up at the doctors where they're supposed to get checked up, they ended up dead after the doctors. Just like Michael Jackson, when he later on speaks about the government, he ends up dead. So that they cannot expose the truth because they have millions of people looking up to them. That's the same thing. I have people who are waiting to hear me, but once they hear me, look what they do. They arrest me. So what scare me? Yes, it is scaring. It is frightening. Because all I did was what was right. And what they're making it seem is doing something right is now doing something wrong.
Right. So some people are saying maybe that was her first time starting her cycle. What'd you say?
That now in today's world, when you're trying to do something right, they make it to something right and making you look like something wrong. So nowadays, when you're doing something right, making it like it's something wrong.
Yeah, like I said, they want to see something, say something, but now you're saying something, and what now? Now they flip it onto you. I mean, I can't see how this is just made up. And there is a video of her looking like something is wrong, and she does not look properly kept like the rest of the children. That is what I can see. Now, I can't say it's being this, but if she told you that herself, yeah, I would be going hard just like you are now. So, I mean, okay, here's something else. It says Jessica from Missing Justice called the manager of Costco, and he stayed on the phone with her for a few hours and stated Angelica and Molly didn't have contact.
Who said that?
This is a comment. It's saying that.
I'm sorry. What did the comment say?
Jessica from Missing Justice called the manager of Costco, and he said,
right now.
And he's wait.
Now.
Listen.
I'll call him right now and I'll do a three-way. Give me your number. We'll do a three-way and I'll show you. Actually, hold up. They can't even let me recording from my fiance's phone that I did on his Snapchat. Hold on.
Okay.
Where I cannot even speak about the case. So let me send that one to you because I have that on this phone.
Okay.
No, that's a lie. And I have that coming from Andy, the manager, where he said, "Hi, Angelica, no, we cannot give any information about that, about the footage, and no, we cannot release the footage." Watch. Let me see. That's because I'm trying to get it from Snapchat. Give me 1 second.
Okay.
So tired. Yeah, I'm on my damn Snapchat. I have to ask my fiance. Okay, hold on. Let me check his gallery.
Okay.
Because I logged onto my Snapchat on here to change my password. Just recently, so that on my other phone, so that they cannot have any access to my accounts.
Okay.
I'm trying to be smarter than them. Let me see. I need a call. Oh, wait. I sent it. Who did I send it to? I have it on Messenger. I sent it to someone. Who was it? Hey, man, this is what sucks about them taking my phone.
Right. But we can always, have a time when you get all of this together.
It's on video too already. Also, when people were lying already, saying, "Oh yeah, they said that they spoke to Andy, and that Andy said that the cops spoke to the family at the scene." I proved that to them too, because there was a sheriff who was actually trying to help me in the beginning, and then later on he ends up texting me on my phone, which I wish I had my phone to show you the messages, where he tells me that he doesn't want me to no longer contact him, for me to go through somebody higher from the sheriff department, and that's what I try to do, and they then got back to me. Literally never got back to me besides that sheriff. But that sheriff was the one who told me that no, they've never spoken to the family. This was after Sunday when they closed the case, okay? This was after Sunday, I repeat, after Sunday when he thought the investigation was still going, when it wasn't going, and he confirmed it after they said case was closed, that he said that they never spoke to the family. And that's one thing I'm going to bring to light, too.
Wait. I think what they were saying that the manager said we'll go to what you're saying, but the manager said on that you never had contact with the little girl.
That's a lie because the manager is not allowed to talk about that information to anyone.
Okay.
So whoever is saying that and that's somebody big, they're lying, try to cover up the government. It's a lie. It's a lie. It's a pure lie because I could call them right now with you on the phone if you gave me your cell and we hang up on this phone call. If I call them right now, and can I do that real quick for you to just prove that real quick?
If you want to.
People can see and be on the same page.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna call and I'm gonna dial. Can you send me your number so I can merge the calls?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, can you give me your number right now? Because I'm going to dial your number right as I'm dialing that number, merge the call.
Okay.
Right as I answer, you're going to hear how I start the conversation from the beginning to the end.
Okay, hold on. Let me give it to you right now.
So I'm going to call from Costco and Desert. Get the number. Okay, give me 1 second. I'm going to start dialing it, okay? Just send me your number real quick. Actually, it says that they're closed.
What time is it? It can't be closed. It's early. Oh, today is Sunday. Yeah, today is Sunday. No, we can definitely do a live tomorrow and prove all that because it says right here.
Sundays.
Yeah, they do close early on Sundays.
They open at 10 a.m. We could do it around like 1 because I also have to like do my mom meeting, you know. Just discourage my kids from, you know. But yes, once I settle in and get everything settled with my kids, get their breakfast or lunch going, once they're distracted from their lunch, we can discuss it and I'll be doing a call for you. If I could have done it right now, I would do it, but I would definitely get that video in for you, where you can hear that guy saying that no, that they can't even share information about it, and that no, he can't release that footage.
Okay.
But I can definitely get that for you right now. Once I get my boyfriend to log on to his account, usually know his password to emails. But this one I don't. I have to actually check it out and see.
Because it says, listen. It says, yes, Andy reviewed the footage with Jessica from Missing Justice per her mouth. So I don't know who Jessica is. Don't know the channel, but is it a channel? Maybe, is it a channel? Is Jessica for Missing Justice? Is that a channel?
Well, I mean, is there footage? Is there showing the footage?
No, this person just says, yes, Andy reviewed the footage with Jessica from Missing Justice per her mouth. So I guess she's saying that the manager went over the footage with her. That's what I'm getting from this.
Let's see some screenshots. Let's see some proof.
Right.
I want to see.
Right.
I want to see it because I don't know. That's a lie. That's a lie. Not true. So Jessica, let's reveal something and prove me wrong, because there's no way you're gonna prove me wrong. There was communication with me and the little girl. You're gonna see that on footage. Andy would not say that he's gonna give out the footage to anyone. If he signed a paper, the sheriff says that you're not allowed to give out that information, he can get fired. So he probably would have been fired on the spot if that was the case.
Right.
Because I proved it on a live stream with Nosy Hogsville, where we called and he said it on her live that no, he was not allowed to give out any information or share that footage at all. Unless a judge grabs that. So that's a lie, but she's not a judge. And she's not anybody near a judge. So no, And if they saw it, well, then show some proof. Show some evidence. Back that statement and theory up her. Girl, I want to see something, because that's boo-boo.
And I normally do not allow other channels in my chat, but in this situation, trying to clear it up, gonna let it slide. But I don't know who that is, so I don't really want any drama with any channels. So I mean, Jessica, whoever, if you're gonna come,
we'll do what we said we'll do
tomorrow. You know, just come correct, because it's not me saying it.
Tomorrow. I'm not going to take what people say and say, oh yeah, this and that, because that's a lie. They haven't even released the footage.
All right.
They can't. It's given that they can't release the footage. It's a lie. They cannot. I've tried and asked and many times asked, how are they not going to give it to me when I'm the one who made the report?
Okay, no, they're telling me it's a Facebook group, an organization. Okay, I see. Thank you for clearing that up. Let me see what this comment says. I have proof what Jessica said. It doesn't mean it's true. So DMV, if you want to.
So it's just Jessica saying it, but not showing it?
I guess, girl. I really don't know, but I'm gonna put
some evidence. That's why I stayed on the phone longer. But is it okay if I get back to you?
No, sure, for real. Whoa.
To go inside.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna send you those videos. I'm gonna ask them right now, real quick, for the Snapchat.
Okay.
Before meeting. Actually, wait. Stay on the phone, real quick. Stay on the line, real quick. Let me just do this. As we're on the phone. Because they're saying that that's what that girl's saying, right? Just like what the cops say, right? With no theory, no evidence. Let me get you some evidence real quick. I've been recording a lot and doing a lot to bash my theory up.
Okay. And I'm going to ask DMV, my email's on there. If you would like to provide what proof you had that this person said this or whatever the case may be, my email is right there. It is just as my name is, NaomiChinaD@gmail.com. No spaces, no nothing.
Let me show you. I've sent it to people on, hold on. Oh shit, I have lots of people telling me that people are just making pages about me, which is totally fine. People can make as many pages as they want. So I'm gonna put that so if somebody randomly sent it to be like, okay, how the F are you going to get this? Who are you talking to? Some girl was knocked out after they say it was too many officers on a small pregnant lady. Exactly. So many officers to get one pregnant lady.
That's what I asked you when I seen the footage. I was like, why do they have so many officers for just you? I was a little bit confused on that.
Well, wait till you get the other footage I got from my neighbors. Wait till you see that one. 6 cops on one side of the street, 6 cops on the other in undercover cars. And once my neighbor approached them, they just left, stepped on it, yacked it, all of them, all together, gone. Wait till I get that for you tomorrow. Let me just reply to this thing.
Okay. And for sure, we can continue this tomorrow, probably be a little bit after 1 o'clock. Because tomorrow is my son's first day of school, so I'm going to be dealing with that. But we'll keep in touch. You have my number right there.
Perfect. Yeah, definitely would definitely have you contacted the NACCP. I don't even know what that is, but no, I have not contacted them. I think give me one second. Like, I'm gonna get to the policy. We'll play that video. Let me just show you. And then I wanna stay on the phone so you can prove this to them.
Okay.
They're just gonna say, "Oh, well, this person said this, that person said that," like that. Keep it where people are saying it and not proving it because I want to see some proof. There's not gonna be no proof. He said, she said thing, but nothing further. So let me just show you. Give me 1 second. Okay. Oh my God, are you kidding? Okay.
So, guys, we're just waiting for her to pull up some information. We will continue this conversation tomorrow. We've already been on here almost 3 hours, guys, but I'm from California. I do see a lot of things that go on out here. I've even experienced the police officers out here and how they do things and conduct themselves. I'm not saying they're all bad or anything like that, but there's always 2 sides to every story. I'm not saying her side is correct, their side is correct, but at this point, she's the only person that I got speaking up about it. The news is just saying, oh no, false allegations, and we just got to run with that. There's other things saying, oh, it's a hoax. What's a hoax? This is a hoax? Like, that makes no sense.
There it is. It's because, like, these people, tell me when you get it. These people said that the officers spoke to the family at the scene and that it was on video. Well, look, let me show you that screenshot real quick before you just expose that one. Let me show you as well, because these people are lying just as much as those other people. This is why you got to put 2 and 2 together. People are going to lie and people are going to say things and it's not the truth. Because, hold on, let me just...
Well, what you just sent me has like personal information on it. So I'm not going to share that today. I'm going to have to look over it before I share that because I don't know whose number and whose information that is. And I don't,
That's Costco's number. That's Costco's number.
Okay.
Yeah, that's Costco's number. That's Andy speaking.
Okay.
That's the manager.
Okay.
You can look at it. He's the manager. Give me 1 second. Let me show you this screenshot. Well, this one you could, if you would like. You could definitely cover their names or whatever. But this is what it said, or if anything, I'll just read it to you. It says, well, their best sometimes is a way of saying that they'll see if anything.
No, you can go ahead and send it. You can go ahead and send it.
Okay, and then it says, from what the store manager told me, the police spoke to the family at the store yesterday. It's on video. Okay, well, look, check this out. Boom. I sent to it. And I sent the video with that's Costco's number. So you're not exposing nothing. That's just Costco's number.
Okay.
And that's Andy, the manager, speaking. And so, but you can press play so that they can hear it.
Wait a minute. Nothing's playing on that one. Hold on. Let me click back. So you're saying the one with that's the video? You want me to play that out loud?
You can read it out loud today.
Okay.
It's the one where it says it's supposedly on video, and from what the store manager told her, which is a lie, because the manager is going to tell you, I have not released any footage and I have not spoke to anybody about the situation. Watch.
So you want me to show this screenshot?
No, because it has their information, like pictures and stuff. I wouldn't want to get in trouble for giving out that
okay, so I'm not even going to do that. I'm not even going to do that. Tonight?
You don't have to, just don't show it.
Well, I want them to see it for themselves. So tonight I'm going to edit it with everything blocked out, and then I'm going to send it.
Cover their faces and their names.
Right.
The case is.
And then I'm going to send it to you to make sure you approve of it, that everything is blocked out, and then we'll have that for tomorrow to show, and then I'll also do that with the video too. Has there been any other customers present at Costco that spoke with the police about this incident at all?
To be honest, I don't know. I can't say.
You didn't see anybody talking to them?
I just know it was me and a witness together who saw, everything that happened. Other than that, like, I don't know who spoke up afterwards, who did what. I know the lady that saw when we were exiting, she saw the family, whatever, and they noticed something was awfully wrong. But other than that, I don't know anything else. But they did get her statement, which they said that they never. They first told me they got her statement, and then they said they never got her statement, and that didn't make sense.
Right. So I'm gonna open up the panel. We can have a little bit of conversation. I'm gonna let her go. Me and her will be back tomorrow. We'll discuss all the things we didn't discuss, and she can pull it. We can call Costco and do whatever needs to be done. We could do that tomorrow. So Angelica, I'll let you go, and we'll definitely be in touch tomorrow. If you want, you can continue to text me and whatever you need to do while you're at home right now.
I think I might not go live anymore.
Okay.
My family believes that my life's at risk because the sheriffs are just probably watching me, and they're trying to see who else I'm exposing things to.
Okay.
So I know I am being watched. I know I'm scared. I really am.
Right.
Because you know what, like, you actually have been trying to help me, and I am just trying to help you in return to explain to your subscribers and everything.
Right. Talk later. We will talk later. Because I know that you're trying to get a lawyer and everything like that. And guys, I'm gonna put her
My sister just said, I heard your video. You did a live about what you did and what you said, and I just don't want them to go after you again. I love you, and I don't want anything to happen to you. Yeah, because my whole family, I'm telling you, they just feel like they're gonna do everyone else to try to shut them up.
Well, now look, it's out there, and I don't mind, people putting this out, as long as you're okay with it. But with it being out like this I'm gonna have this video backed up on something just in case if it gets taken off of YouTube. So you'll be good. We'll talk later. And I won't want me to expose. I'm not gonna show your pictures. I'm not gonna show anything that you didn't want me to show.
Okay, thank you. I totally appreciate it. I really am.
Okay, so I did put your Cash App up here because you're trying to get a lawyer. So this is her Cash App, guys. She's trying to get a lawyer to help her out with all of these things. Being that, yes, when you're dealing with going against the police, it's hard. It's really hard because who are you going to tell? You're going to tell the police on the police? it gets messy. So
you just made a good point right there. You're gonna tell the police on the police.
I mean, no, I'm saying it because I have an experience with, the police, and it's like, who am I gonna go tell? Who can I possibly go tell? Right. So we'll talk later on. Okay. Okay. Bye.
I appreciate it. I thank you so much, and I hope you have a great evening.
You too.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay. Bye. Okay, yes, guys. So I am going to open up the panel. If anybody wants to hop on and talk about this, I'll be talking to her tomorrow. I don't know if she's actually going to show up, but whatever she wants me to put out there, I might make a little video to show you guys. So she's not the one actually going live. I'm okay with helping the situation. You guys know I'm all about the children, and I just want to make sure that there was a proper investigation done on Molly, not just asking a question. I mean, a proper investigation done, them going to the house, making sure these things are not going on. I see this little girl in this video, and I am going to play it one more time before we get off here. So if anyone wants to hop on, I'm going to throw this into the chat. Not going to do it too long. We're already at almost 3 hours, like I said. And we can just talk about it for a little bit before I get off of here. So yeah, it's down there now. Might take a second, but I do see some more comments in here. Let me see what this is saying. Missing justice, push the narrative. The way that okay. Okay, we have you new in the building.
Were you sleeping? Hello.
Hello, where are you at?
I am in some bad weather. Hold on.
Oh yeah, in your bad weather. So yeah, I did that because I wanted her to get her voice out there. I'm seeing everything saying that these parents are A1 parents, but I'm not seeing anything that's showing us that she is okay. And if there was something running down her legs, I mean, who knows? She could have been so scared that
Yeah.
We have news and shenanigans in the building as well.
Hey, News.
Hello.
How are
Hello,
you?
hello.
Yeah, it's got to the point where my back door, if I try to like open it, the wind just kind of blows it in, so we can't even like open the door to take videos anymore. I have to wait till tomorrow to take videos.
Okay. News.
Yes.
I seen you were saying a lot of stuff in the comments. I kind of wanted to like touch on that, but I wanted her to get a chance to speak and say her part, because to me, everybody needs their side. You know how I do. I need all the sides before I can make a judgment. So what were you saying, if you want to elaborate?
Well, this story has been out for a little minute now, and
Right. No, that's true. I didn't really hop on it until I was like, wait, let me, hit her up and see what's going on so I could get both sides of the story. And so that's why
that's why I didn't say too much in the comments, because I didn't want to come off as like I'm like trying to shit on your story. But when this story happened, and like I was following her, I was following the other people who was doing the story, I checked into the adoptive parents and all that, because at first I believed her too.
Okay, so you're saying you don't believe anything she's saying?
Well, it just I backed off of it because some just don't seem right. So I just decided that I was just not going to do it because it just didn't seem right. After I did my own investigation, like I said, I looked on the adoptive parents' pages and stuff. I seen that they had her since she was a newborn baby, just like how she just said, there's no evidence. Yeah, it is. On their page, they had her holding her when she was a little newborn baby all the way up until now.
Okay. So
They
I
like
know,
have pictures all through there.
I know you do your investigations, and you know I like to do my investigations too. So we can probably later on tonight have a conversation where it's not, you
Yeah.
know. All right. So we'll see. I mean, you know how Cali police is, so that's why when I seen it, and you even
Well, it
said
don't have
she did look neglected. She
to do
did
with
look a little.
in that video. Yeah, she did. She did look her hair and stuff. You know, she looked it a little neglected. That's why I checked into it, because I'm like, oh hell no, what the hell's going on? You know what I'm saying? And I seen it on this one YouTuber's, because this one YouTuber, she was like heavily on this story, and literally when she's on a story, she's like an activist. She gets shit done. She takes shit down. All that. She did her research too, and it was found to be a hoax. And she just stopped. She took all the videos down she had of it and everything. So yeah, so it's a lot more to.
I don't get that though. That's the part I don't get. Why call it a hoax? Like if you look up the definition of that, it's like, why call it a hoax? What makes it? What would make her just
Well,
make a
because it was investigated by 4 independent investigation, 4 different independent investigations did it, and they all came back and said no.
But we also do know people with money can get any answer they want, right?
Well, that's why I didn't even want to say nothing, because I'm gonna let you do whatever you do. If you want to run with it, run with it. But at the same time, like when she was on her Facebook too, like I was literally watching her while she was going live. She was taking her own lives down, and then like it was weird. It was just some weird. Yeah, it was weird ass activity going on. Like she was going live like every hour, every day about it, and then she would take her own lives down and say that Facebook took it down, and then she started a GoFundMe and said she needs a lawyer because they're attacking her. They're trying to take her kids. They're threatening her and all this stuff. And she said she was going to stop talking about it. This was like on the 24th of August. She said, I'm going to stop talking about it. My kids' safety is at harm. And she's still talking about it. So to me, it kind of seemed like she wants that GoFundMe. I don't know. Like I said, after I started doing my investigation real tough, it was just fishy to me. Now, there's no doubt that girl do look.
You said there's no doubt that she does what?
She do look neglected in that video, but at the same time, we are in a pandemic. Maybe they can't get her hair done. I don't know what the situation is. When I went on both of their Facebooks, of course, all the pictures, she looked well kept. She looked well taken care of. I mean, they are not. She don't look like she's been starved all her life. That's the kind of stuff that's on her page saying she's been starved all her life. She's not even skinny to be starved all her life. So you know what I'm saying? She's been. I thought the way this was going on, I thought they just got this girl everything, which is to not say that they might be losing her. I don't know, but like from the investigation I did, I couldn't find it. I couldn't find any signs. And there's a lot of stuff out there pointing to a no-go, but you know, we like you said, we can talk about it later. I don't want to.
Yeah, me and you gonna talk about it later. So what did you have anything to say you knew? Because I'm gonna wrap this up. I'm like hiding. I was trying to keep the fan off because I wanted y'all to hear her.
Yeah, I just wanted to say hi to everybody in the chat because they were saying hi to us. They were saying hi to us. I didn't want to say
hi.
rude or anything.
I can't see the comments because
I know that's why I was letting you know.
On Restream, I can't see them at all.
I feel you. Yeah, no, I was just gonna tell you that it looks like our weather's getting to the point where the eye, I guess, or whatever is getting close to us. So it's a good thing you're about to get off because I'm probably gonna end up getting knocked off with it. We already have our generator going right now. So basically the next thing's gonna be is the internet going out. So as of right now, we're good. But it's getting kind of crazy out there right now. Okay, but the situation with the Molly, she looks very healthy. She looks very healthy as far as her weight wise and her height. For her to have been with them since she was a newborn, she's pretty healthy. I don't know anything else as far as like, the SA thing. I can't tell you about that.
And that was another
saying. I'm just,
that
you
was
know,
another thing too. She has messages on her page where she asked the people, was she being sexual SA, and they said no, not that we know of. We know he used to make little racial slurs about her, but we don't know about no SA, you know, accusations. And then like what I was saying, like with the hair, it could be because we were in a pandemic and they probably don't know where to get her hair done at this time. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I said we don't really know if she full, you know, because right now a lot of people wasn't getting their hair done because they probably was taking her to get her hair done. She's a Black girl. They don't know. They probably most likely they don't know how to do her hair. You know what I'm saying? And so when I looked in the other pictures, she always did have her hair combed and she was dressed nice and everything. So yeah.
But you know what this reminds me of? And I'm gonna say, I'm not on either side. Do you know what this reminds me of? What's that family that had a whole bunch of kids and the mom was staying? The turban? Is that how you say it? That family, they had like a whole bunch of kids, like one after another.
You're talking about like 17, 18 kids?
And then one got out one day and they don't even like, they didn't even look there.
I know what you're talking about. They had them locked up like to bed. They had them like handcuffed to the beds and all that. One escaped and stuff like that.
Exactly.
But see, the thing is though,
look how they looked in their pictures. Look good.
But Naomi, they wouldn't have the whole family out with them. You know what I'm saying? At the restaurant either. Like, I don't know. It's they are Mormons. They are Mormons. I verified that. And actually the adoptive father, because there was rumors he was a cop, but I found out he is an actual dentist. He's a dentist.
That's what she said. He's a dentist.
Yeah. Yeah. So
well, we will definitely see. I'm gonna hit you up. You know, I mean, news and shenanigans. I always begin y'all mix up news and shenanigans in a bit, but I'm gonna get off of here and we will see what happens tomorrow.
All right.
What time you doing your other live, or do you know around what time?
Which one?
You said you're gonna do some more with her again.
Possibly. I mean, if she's comfortable, or maybe if she's not on there, I'll just get what she wants to be said and then I'll say it.
Right.
I have no problem with that. I'm not afraid of no one coming after me.
Right.
And if they want, whatever. But yeah, so it'll all depend. Either way, tomorrow I will be back on here.
So do you know how old she is? Did you ask her how old Molly is?
She's 21.
Asked her, she said she does not know.
Wait, Molly's 21?
No. Angelica.
Oh no, Molly's not 21. Angelica is 21.
No, how old is Molly?
I
don't know how old Molly is.
She doesn't know.
Okay.
I mean, that's definitely something I can't look into. So
because it says right here, Etta says the young lady will be an adult in a few years. So I don't know what do you mean by a few years? A few years is only 3 years.
16, 17, 18. That's a few years.
Right. So she could be
considered an adult. So we don't know how old she is. She could be 14. We don't know. Kids be looking big nowadays. I don't know.
Yeah, she reminds me like of Micaiah, but not as big.
Yeah, she looked like a big 12-year-old to me.
Yeah.
You know, 12. I mean, these kids be looking big. I was just in the store today. This little boy was 6'4". I was like, how old are you? He said 13. I was like, geez, you are big. Okay, so I don't know.
Yeah, that's how my son was, big all his life like that. And then my daughter, she's 12 and she's pretty big too. So yeah.
Oh, yeah. So I'm telling you, I don't know if it's in this food or what. Because I'm little. I'm like, I ain't got no height to me. All right, so I'm gonna wrap it up. I'm a bit tired. We had 3 hours at this point. So we'll talk again tomorrow. And news and shenanigans, I'll hit you up.
You did a great job, Naomi. Great job.
Thanks. Bye, guys.
Bye, guys. Bye, everybody in the chat.